Tes mic, 1 2 3 1 2 3. Oke, hello guys, welcome back with me Fedelish, your online friend. So ya, hari ini kita bakal coba main Corpse Factory ya. Ini game merupakan visual novel yang dimana gamenya tersebut menceritakan tentang cewek yandere sih, kurang lebih sepenglihatanku. Dan game ini dapet reviewnya agak bingung. Jadi pada bilang story-nya bagus, cuman endingnya aja yang jelek. Cuman daripada kita ngeliat review orang, kita langsung ngejudge sendiri aja. So ya, kita bakal buka gamenya dulu. Halo Ahmad, welcome to the stream. Hai, hai. Ahmad selalu muncul ya setiap live stream. Sabar. Kita taruh di game capture. Oke. Oh, keren Jay. Ini kayaknya si cewek yang derenya sih, sepenglihatannya ya. Gak tahu ini bakal kena takedown atau enggak ya, kayak visual novel yang terakhir kita mainin. Atari. Nah, kayaknya kita pakai si cowok ini deh. Di VN-nya ya. Keren sih kelihatannya dari gambarnya. Halo Bang, halo Kenu, welcome to the sun Kenu. Sudah lama nggak ngeliat kamu Kenu. Welcome. Gila, style-nya keren deh ini. Cewek keren gitu. Cewek yandere, berasa banget cewek yanderenya. Ya sorry, nggak apa-apa Kenu, santai. Kekencangan nggak lagunya tadi? Kita kurangin dikit lah ya. Keren sih. Keren sih. Keren. Bisa 365 subscriber aja Bang. Selamat Bang. Oh, thank you Kenu. Thank you. Ya, oh iya 365 pas banget ya. Setahun ya tanggapannya. Thank you ya Kenu ya buat ucapannya. Keren. Corpse Factory. Intronya bukan intro sih. Ya, opening song. Opening teaser? I don't know. Soalnya ini belum pencet new game cuy. Mudah-mudahan tahun ini bisa cepat 1K dan monet, amin Kenu. Santai. Ting. Friday, June 12 morning. I know those bitches have been talking about me behind my back. Siapa yang sering diomongin dari belakang di sini guys? Aduh, rasanya tuh apalagi kalau kita denger gitu ya. Wah, kayak bajing, kau pengen ngomong di belakangku, setidaknya jangan kedengeran lah, gitu kan? They flash those fake smiles when I walk past. They wave half-heartedly and say things like, "Oh, hi Amy, you're the only one brave enough to pull off that look." Padahal gue baru sadar abang pakai karakter VTuber sejak kapan ya? Pakai karakter itu kalau nggak salah itu Januari akhir atau Februari awal, lupa. di antara dua itu. They're all two-faced, lying asshole. I hate each and every one of them. Amano, Sachiko, Kurosawa. Oh, dia masih pakai nama Jepang ya. Kenapa? Karena aku kirain dia bakal pakai nama bahasa Inggris. Kenapa? Karena developernya ini developer Inggris gitu. Maksudnya developer barat. Ini VN barat gitu, bukan VN Jepang. Just look at them. Everything about them is fake. Fake lips, fake nail, fake smile, fake personalities. Fake lips. Ooh. Look, I'll be the first to admit that I'm a fake bitch too. But even I know I'm not as bad as them. I'm not horrible to every person I meet. Just the one I don't like. It's not fair that I have to work with them. I just wanted a part-time job. Something breezy and casual. How was I supposed to know these delinquents would obsess over tormenting me? Amano is unbearable, but probably the least terrible of the three. She's a year younger than me and act like she's some famous pop idol. Abang main Nekobara juga toh. Iya, penasaran. Aku nggak pernah main soalnya. Dan udah pernah dibeli kan. But she's a dropout, just like me. Sayang berdebu game. Working in this dead and part-time job just so her parents don't kick her out of their house. She spent her evening singing at underground bars and hanging out with shady talent agents who swear they can promote her and make her the next big pop star. She gets taken advantage of time and time again, but never seems to learn her lesson. I don't know if she's just stupid or if she really thinks she's on the right track to becoming famous. Berdebu dong, iya cuy. Game-game Steam tuh dulu berdebu banget tau pas sebelum nge-stream. Makanya itu beberapa game di awal, enggak di awal sih. Di sedikit kayak beberapa bulan gitu, 2 bulan, 3 bulan. Kan bulan-bulan awal tuh aku main game yang aku tertarik dan tergolong baru. Kenapa? Karena ya mungkin untuk menarik perhatian orang gitu kan. Walaupun padahal tidak gitu. Ada lah dikit yang masuk lah ya. Kan dulu kan channelnya nggak ada orang dah channelnya dulu. Jadi mau nggak mau ya dikit lah main game baru gitu. Habis itu baru deh game yang udah ada tapi belum pernah aku mainkan. Sachiko is the kind of straight-laced girls you see at fair school, studying her ass off to earn her parents' approval. The type of girl that always has the best grades but never really has any friends. She's the kind of girls that graduates, then the reality of the real world knocks her on her ass, and she realizes she actually has no clue what she's doing, just like the rest of us. So she settled for the first crappy job she can find, and then, suddenly, it's 3 years later, and she's still slaving away for asshole managers just to make ends meet. Instead of being humbled by her situation in life, Sachiko decides to take her anger out on everyone around her. I've seen her slap customer. Wow, langsung dikeluarin gak sih kalau di sini mah? Atau nggak langsung viral gak sih di sosmed? Ya gak sih? Rumor has it that she strangled our boss on one occasion. Apparently, he's too afraid to fire her now. I don't blame him. I'm afraid of her too. And then there's Kurosawa. I could write an entire blog on all the things I hate about her. She's pretty, but she's very aware of it. She seems to have a new sugar daddy every few weeks. Anjay, cewek GTGC deh, namanya cuy. Kalau di sini mah GTGC itu apa? Gua tahu gua cakep, anjay. Some poor old fool that she string along and milk dry. She must be nearing thirsty, but all her friends are still in senior high school. It's more than a little weird. Senior high school, masih SMA aja. Satu kaset giveaway rumah orang, buset. Mana ada. They hang out around the train station, bullying homeless people and shoplifting from the convenience store. I'm pretty certain that she's done time once or twice. Kurosawa is just an all-around terrible person. She makes Amano and Sachiko look like sane in comparison. Honestly, I couldn't ask for a worse group of coworker. Finally, there is me. Emi Katsuno, university dropout, part-time cashier, and up to my ears in debt. I live in a small apartment in a bad neighborhood, just to keep my head above water. Berarti ini MC-nya cewek ya? Yang kita mainin dari tadi nih. Tak kira MC-nya cowok. My apartment building is filled with the dead beats, loan sharks, junkies, pervert, you name it. By some miracle, I managed to snatch up the best apartment in the worst building. Although the place is nice, the rent is questionably low. I'm fully expecting the landlord to wander in one day and demand more money or murder me. I'm constantly worried about money, worried about my safety. What? Apa tuh? Bunny, selamat malam pesan Anda. Halo, Bunny, welcome to the stream. Bunny? Thank you ya buat sawerianya ya. I'm constantly worried about money, worried about my... Oh, ini tadi udah ya. As if that wasn't bad enough, I have to work 4 days a week with 3 worst girls I've ever met in my life. Tapi kerja 4 hari dalam seminggu tuh, it's not a bad thing, I think. Itu tergolong ringan gak sih? Nggak tahu ya. Today is no different from any other day. Amano greets me at the door. Her disgustingly puffy and pouty lips pulled back in a half snarl, half smile. I can smell the sticky sweet scan of too much lip close from 10 feet away.
Oh, hi, Emmy.
Ya
You're
kan?
late again, you know.
Ya kan? Inggris banget. Aman. Oh, hi, Amy. You're late again, you know. Kita ke menu. Option? Text? Sound? Tuh. English, full English ini. Nggak bisa ubah language. Page.
Yeah, sorry. Just let me past.
I'll
I'll
go
just
clock
log in.
in. Jadi kita toko utamanya si Amy ya.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Kurosawa wants to see you. Can you, just go see her?
Okay. I'll see her.
Fine.
Fine. Kenapa mereka nggak pakai nama Inggris aja ya? Karena kan maksudku dubnya udah Inggris gitu. Biar nggak perlu ribet gitu sebut nama pakai Jepang ya. I'm gonna walk off. I look around for Kurosawa. The stale stench of cigarette smoke eventually overwhelmed the lingering scan of lip gloss in the air and leads me to her location.
You wanted me?
You wanted me? Wow, cakep juga.
Katsuno, I need you to process a big refund. Don't mess it up.
Tatsuno, I need you to
It's for a
process a big
regular
refund.
customer.
Don't mess up. It's for a regular customer. Kurosawa.
Okay, I can do that.
I can do that.
There's
What
a
am I?
bunch of shirts on the counter. Just ring them up and refund them for cash.
Oh,
You can leave the
refund
money
them
in the
for
envelope under the register.
taruh di envelope. Kenapa harus di envelope?
Fine, I'll take care of it.
Oke, aku bakal urus ya. I'll take care of it.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I'm going for a smoke break.
I'm going for a smoke break. I decide to clock in before processing the refund. I won't pay it for this shift if the company doesn't know I came into work. I go behind the counter and retrieve the sign-in booklet. I flip to today's date and fill in my details. Done and done. The shirt that Kurosawa mentioned are lying haphazardly. Apa tuh? Seseorang. Wise man. Tetap semangat jalani proses. Memang tidak seberapa, tapi semoga dengan ini hati bergembira sambil tiduran. Seseorang, siapa ini? Wah, misteri sekali Anda. Udah, thank you ya. Thank you banget buat kopinya. The shirt that Kurosawa mentioned are lying haphazardly over the counter. I pick them up and scan each one. They are not cheap. Sudah sangat menolong loh. Bukan nggak seberapa itu. Mau 1 kopi, berapa kopi? Aduh, thank you. The first ring up at 11,000 yen, and the next is 13,000. 11,000 yen? 11,000 yen. Kalau yen itu seingatku tambahin nolnya 2. Berarti 1,1. Kurang lebih gitu ya, hitungan kasarnya. Kan ntar ada 130 berapa gitu, 120 gitu. Berarti ya per yennya gitu. 1 yen itu biasa kalau nggak salah terakhir tuh 120 IDR seingatku, atau 134 deh kayaknya. There are 6 shirts all up, each one a little more expensive than the last one, and then the last. They don't look worn and the tags are intact. I'm supposed to ask for a receipt or proof of purchase before making a refund, but the customer is obviously not here. Aku curiganya dia sih, si cewek yang tadi nyuruh dia. Besides, the request came directly from Kurosawa, my superior, so I can't exactly refuse. Makanya si Kurosawa itu pakai dia karena Kurosawa tahu dia nggak bakal nolak. The refund goes through the system successfully, and the cash drawer open up. I count out the correct amount of money in 10,000 yen bills, then pop an elastic band around the cash and put it in an envelope. I also print a copy of the refund receipt and slip it in the cash. Job done. I slide the envelope back under the register and lean against the counter. Surveying the store, I can see that there aren't any customer around. It is still early in the morning. After all, we don't usually get much business until around lunchtime. I hover around the register for a while, biting my nails and staring at the clock to pass time. Kurosawa eventually returned from her smoke break. Half an hour must have passed by now. Who does she think she is?
Finish that refund?
You finished that refund? Kayaknya sangar ya, tahu ya si ini Kurosawa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did it just like you
I
said.
did it just like you said.
Okay.
Okay, kayaknya nadanya cocok. You rummage around underneath the cash register and pull out the envelope stuffed with cash. Her finger flicked through it quickly, counting each note, and she nods as though satisfied.
Good work, Katsuno.
Good
I'll
work,
pass this on to
Katsuno.
the customer next time they come in.
I'll pass this on to the customer next time they come in.
No problem.
No
Anyway,
problem.
I'll take over the cash register for a while.
Anyway, I'll
You
take
wanna go
it.
tidy up stock?
Yeah.
Okay, kita benerin stok. I'm not too bothered if Kurosawa want to take over my register duties. It's boring standing around. I would much rather doing something than nothing. As I head toward a rack of untidy jackets, Sachiko bumps into me.
Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Wow, tatapannya. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Sorry, did she actually just apologize to someone? Sachiko, the customer abuser. Anjir, ada sebutan lagi ya. Customer abuser.
That's fine.
That's fine. You okay?
Haven't been sleeping real well.
I haven't.
I'm just tired, that's all.
Okay. Get some rest, I guess.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Look, while I've got you here, I know I haven't really been easy to get along with lately.
I've got my.
I've got my own personal issues, but that's no reason to take it out on you and...
I can't believe what I'm hearing here. Sachiko has had a change of heart?
So I'm resigning. I
Oh.
don't deserve this job. I wanted to apologize and make sure there's no bad blood.
Oh, dia mau resign, Joy. Okay.
Sachiko. I
Sachiko.
don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say. I never expect this
Yeah.
from. Yeah.
If you're resigning,
Do you have another job
lined
plan?
up?
No,
No,
not
not
yet,
in
but
there.
I need to work on myself first.
I have a lot
A
of.
lot to think about.
Well, I mean,
As long as
As long
you're
as you're
sure
sure.
about
I am.
this. I am.
in that case, then thank you for apologizing.
I forgive you.
Thank you, Emmy.
Well, until next time then.
Yeah.
Yeah, until next time. Sachiko takes her leave. I'm still a bit taken aback by her sudden personality change. Did I misjudge her from the start? Lebih ke mungkin emotional unstable? No, that can't be it. She has a history of abusing customer and coworker. No way I imagine all that. Regardless, I'm actually kind of glad she's trying to get a grip on her life. I hope everything works out for her. If she's resigning today, then I suppose the only two terrible coworker left are Amano and Kurosawa. Berarti sebenarnya dia nggak termasuk terrible dong. Ya dong. Harusnya. I glanced at Amano, who is standing by the door. Okay. I then looked toward the register where Kurosawa should have been standing. But she's not there. Didn't she offer to take over register duties from me? Where the hell did she disappear to? I wonder, behind the counter. The register doesn't look like it has been touched. Out of curiosity, I slide my hand around under the register. And the cash stuff envelope is gone. No sign of it. The receipt from the refund is lying on the floor. I bend down and pick it up. It's a standard refund receipt, stating the value of the transaction. Refunded money is gone, and so is Kurosawa. Did she? No, she couldn't have. Surely she wouldn't have run off with the money. No one will be stupid enough to risk their job over that, would they?
There's Katsuno. You should go ask her about it.
Kurosawa is still here? She seemed to pop up from nowhere.
Katsuno, a word, if you please.
Bener kan tebakanku terduga? The manager of store, he normally spends his time in the office out back, so it's kind of unusual to see him here. What could he want with me?
Kurosawa was tending to the register when
She noticed a system flag, a large refund.
Suspicious. Do you know?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I
processed
proceed a big.
Is that so?
You have to receipt.
Here.
Still, when he looked it over once, then twice, his eye
This is quite a
large
refund.
funding. No wonder. Did you get approval?
Kurosawa was the
The one who
asked
asked me to process it, sir. I never even
spoke
speak
to
to.
the customer that it was intended for.
That's not true, Hirota.
I don't know
Wait,
anything.
what?
Wait, what?
Where is the refunded money now?
Well,
I put it in an envelope underneath the register, but.
There's no money here, sir. She's lying to you.
Interesting.
No money to be
No money
found.
to be found. And Katsuno.
You are the one who signed off the refund. That makes you
It's
responsible.
responsible.
Yeah, I did sign it, but
You're going to have to tell the truth, Katsuno. Did you
Dijebak deh.
take the money?
Did you
Don't make
take
me
the
get the
money?
police involved.
wait, hang on. Do you think
I stole it? Kurosawa asked me to process it.
the refund and leave the cash in an envelope.
Whoa.
Nonsense. That's
Nonsense.
simply irresponsible.
It's not safe to leave cash out
of
to
the register.
register.
But
You asked me for this, you son of a bitch. Ya kan? Harusnya gitu kalimatnya. I feel my stomach beginning to sink. What exactly is happening here?
Confess at once, Katsuno.
Consent,
I didn't
confess.
steal the damn money. If anyone stole it, it was that bitch Kurosawa.
Enough.
We are not going to
We're not
stand
going to
here and
stand
argue
here
about
and
like
argue about this. Sachiko.
serpents lick.
Yeah, Sirita?
Did you witness Katsuno take an envelope of cash from the register?
Oh, yes, sir. Just this morning. She acted like she was processing a refund, then pocketed the cash. I meant to bring it to your attention sooner, but
Oh my god, nih orang itu coy. Minta maaf, maksudnya minta maaf karena udah nge-scam dia, cowok. Anjir, Sachiko bangsat. Ternyata emang ya, si Sachiko ya. Oh yes sir, just this morning she acted like she was processing a refund, then pocketed the cash. I meant to bring it to your attention sooner, but... Hiya. Sachiko, that bitch, she hasn't changed at all. She just sold me out. Yes, she is. She just sold you. She did it. Welcome to the stream ya, Biru ya. I managed to watch a glimpse of Kurosawa smirking at Sachiko. They nod in a unison and giggle, ya kan? Cuy, itu berapa thousand yen anjir? Atau maybe 100,000 yen, maybe. Are they in this together? Are they throwing me under the bus just so they can steal some cash? Yes, that's a lot actually. I can't believe it. I'm so freaking angry.
There you have it.
There you have it. A witness to your crime, Kurosawa. If you would kindly call the police.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute!
Wait just a minute. I screamed louder than intended, but my blood is boiling, and I can barely control myself.
Steal any money. Why don't you check the security cameras, huh? You'll see that I'm innocent.
Oh, you know those cameras haven't worked in months, right?
Oh,
I suppose
gitu cara
nowadays
licikmu,
they're
Kurosawa.
mostly just for show.
Jadi begitu trik licikmu, Kurosawa. Okay. I suppose nowadays they are mostly just for
Of
show.
course. If Hirota really
Wants
wants
me to, I could go double check to be sure. I think that would just be a waste of time.
Thank you, but
That won't be necessary. Yeah, Ella. Kurosawa's eyes narrow as she gazed at me with.
Amano,
Please show everybody what you found.
You got it, boss.
Yeah. Si ini short hair. I didn't even realize Amano was part of this discussion. Just leering at me disgustingly and slapping an envelope against her open
Found
palm.
this wad of cash in Katsuno's locker out back.
Oh my god. I can feel the blood drain from my face. I haven't even been out back today. Are they all in this against me? Did they plan evidence to get me in trouble?
Lying! I haven't even had time to go out back today.
You're lying. I haven't even had time to go out back today.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
You think the cash disappeared out of nowhere?
seem all the evidence is against you, Katsuno. Since we located the money,
I won't have you arrest, but you will
You
not.
will not step foot in this store ever.
Do I make
You're fired.
myself?
And I will
Oh,
make sure you never work in any of our stores again.
oh, dipecat coy. I'm speechless. I can't even process my thought. Iyalah, anjir dijebak. The quiet giggling and snickering of Kurosawa, Sachiko, and Amano buzzes in my ears until my skull feels like it's going to burst. Hirota grabbed my shoulder and tried to lead me outside, but I jerked away and stumbled backward. My back slammed into the glass window at the front of the store. Thankfully, the glass doesn't shatter, but I can immediately feel a bruise forming. I push myself forward, regain my balance, and duck toward the sliding
See
door.
you around, Emmy. Oh well, I
I guess not,
hey?
hey? Oh, ketawa jahat ya, Dak. I blinked tears out of my eyes as I dashed through the store's front door. Kalau ketawa Fedelish kan ketawa orang baik ya. Ketawa orang ramah. My anger and fear and anxiety get the better of me, and it's a good 5 or 10 minutes before I realize I've been running aimlessly through the shopping mall. I reach a hand to my eyes to wipe away the moisture and take a deep breath. I look around trying to get my bearings. The escalators, at least I know where I am. I need to sit down and compose myself. If I don't calm down, I might be tempted to return to the store and start punching those 3 absolute assholes. With my head down, I blindly charged toward a small seating area.
Watch out!
Watch out. Suaranya gitu amat. Tinggi banget. Dari semua karakter yang tadi. I collide head first with somebody in front of me. Without thinking, I scream out in anger.
Watch where you're going.
Oh,
Sorry.
agak wangi-wangi karakter. Ah, sorry. Di sini karakter wangi-wangi aja. Wait, this girl, I know her from somewhere.
Katsuno? Is that you?
Katsuno, is that you?
Huh?
Hmm?
I know you.
I know you. Have we met?
Yes,
Yes, of course. We graduated from senior high school.
Senior high school together.
Wah,
Remember?
wah. Siapa di sini yang pernah kayak gini? Kamu siapa gitu kan? Tapi padahal teman sekolah dulu gitu.
Did we?
Itu awkward banget sih. Artnya bagus-bagus sih, yoi. Tapi ini art barat ini, Cing. Did we? Ini yang bikin orang bareng. Senior high school was more than a year ago. Feels like a different lifetime. How does she expect me to remember that? Soalnya kan biasa visual novel begini tuh Jepang. Ini barat. Makanya kan dari tadi dubnya juga Inggris kan? Maybe. Yeah, you're Sato,
Yeah,
right?
you're Sato, right?
Tapi kocaknya mereka memilih
Oh,
nama
Sato.
pakai bahasa Jepang, jadi nama Jepang.
That's me.
That's me. You do remember?
Well, kinda. Sorry. I've had a crappy day.
I just got fired.
so I'm not thinking straight.
You got fired.
I'm really sorry. You bumped into me.
Pretty hard. Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
I'm fine. Gila. Aoi is rubbing her arm tenderly. I figure I must have injured her, but I'm really not in the mood to stand here and apologize to some old acquaintance.
I have to go. Excuse me.
I have to go, excuse me.
Okay.
Okay. Ini kayak soft girl gitu. Yang agak cute-cute dan ramah nih si Aoi. Aduh.
You said that you just got fired.
Lock. Kita
Is
L
that
dulu.
true?
I pushed past Aoi unexpectedly. The shy and spineless girl, ya kan shy pemalu gitu orangnya. Grabbed my arms and stopped me from leaving. Her grip is surprisingly strong. Terus ya, Katsuno, you said that you just got fired. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pissed off
Tell
about
me
it.
what happened.
Tell me what happened. Apa yang
Why are
terjadi?
you
Nih?
so interested?
Kenapa? Kenapa lu kepo gitu kan? Sebenarnya. Tapi ya ini secara halusnya aja. Kenapa penasaran gitu kan?
I just thought maybe I could help is all.
I just thought maybe I can help is all.
Whatever.
You can't help. Some bitch set
Hey,
me up.
she
She stole
stole
a bunch of money and
money.
made me take the fall.
Oh ho ho. Oh, I see.
You done here?
Can I leave now?
Hey, chill bro. Dia nggak salah, cok.
Sorry for keeping
Keeping
you.
you.
Yeah, okay.
Ya oke. Dingin but. Once again, I turned to leave, but Aoi's next word managed to catch my interest.
You
Kadang
know,
tuh agak aneh
if
coy.
someone got you fired, there is a way you could get revenge.
Sama orang yang marah sama orang lain, tapi lampiasinnya ke orang yang nggak salah aja. Dia memperburuk keadaan anjir itu tanpa dia sadari anjir. You know, if someone got you fired, there's a way you could get revenge. Revenge? What is this girl on about? Does she have some way for me to get back at Kurosawa? Oh, kan dia udah keluar. Dia bisa revenge sebagai customer gak sih? Itu otak jahat ya? Otak jahat aja ya? Iya gak sih? What am I thinking? I can't even step foot back in the store. My chance to get any kind of justice just doesn't
Revenge?
exist.
What the hell are you talking about?
Revenge? What the hell are you talking about?
Never mind.
Never.
I shouldn't have said anything.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Hell no. You're not going cold on me now.
Tell me
what
what you meant.
Okay.
But let's talk
But
quietly.
there may be a way for you to get back at whoever got you fired.
Nah, apa nih?
Have you heard the rumors of Corpse Girl's website?
Waduh, Corpse Girl website. Nama websitenya
Corpse
cukup
Girl?
mengerikan. Corpse
Sounds
Girl.
like some death metal band.
Who is that? Sounds like some death metal band. Aoi ignores my command and continues on with her speech.
They say that if you visit Corpse Girl's website,
You can request a
you can
death.
request a death.
Really? Request a death? What is this girl ranting about?
Hang on, start over. I'm completely lost.
I'm completely lost. Aoi frowns, a look of annoyance on her face.
Say somebody wrongs you and you want to get revenge on them.
Okay,
Go on.
go on.
Rumors state that you can visit
Visit
Corpse Girl's
Girl and
website
feel-
and fill out a form in order to request a specific person's death.
Okay,
This corpse girl.
is she like a hitman or
No
something?
one knows the truth.
Hmm.
All I know is that her victims always receive a photo of their own
Corpse before they die. Damn.
How is that
Possible.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've
Been wanting to use the website for some time. There's somebody. There's somebody that I'll be happier without. Oh.
But I'm not brave enough to go through with it.
Okay.
Still, I want to know if the rumors are true.
If you use the
If
website,
you use the website,
you could tell me if it works or not.
This whole thing sounds sketchy. Risky.
Are the police
Are the
gonna
police
come?
gonna come get me if I go on the...
I've got no idea. Well, thanks, I guess. Aoi doesn't make a further attempt to stop me when I turn on my heel and walk away. I don't know what to make of her suggestion. Can such a website even exist? The ability to request a death just sounds so unbelievable. Yes, banget. Banget. Unbelievable banget. And yet, I find myself unable to get the possibilities out of my mind as I make my way toward the train station. A Corpse Girl, a website tailored for revenge. I could dub in Kurosawa, Hachiko, Amano. If I could remain anonymously, then no matter what happened, whatever fate befall those girls, it couldn't be struck back to me. I start to wonder if wondering the death of a few girls simply because they got me fired is a little extreme. Although they're not exactly saints, they are closer to human garbage more than anything else. Human garbage. They've always been hostile toward me. I will probably be doing the world a favor if I had them all killed. If they screw me over without a second thought, who knows what they might do to their next unsuspecting victim. Yeah, killing all 3 of them is the right thing to do. Removing them from the planet will prevent them from hurting anyone else. Oke, itu persepsi yang gimana ya? Kalau kau udah jadi korban mungkin bisa muncul ya. My heart begin to race. The trip back to my apartment is boring. Train carriage is nearly empty, save for a few junior high school boys and couple of women in business attire. I have a few seats all to myself, so I prowled out and checked my phone for a message. When I feel confident that no one in the carriage is watching me, I decide to search for a corpse girl's website on my phone. I don't ini horror atau bukan om? Psychological horror. But welcome to stream ya ya. Maybe I should have asked Aoi for the address. Well, a quick search shouldn't be too hard. I begin to type corpse girl website. A few results pop up on my screen, but none seem relevant. There are links to funeral services and anime fan sites, but nothing really matched what I'm looking for. Oh. Maybe this was a bad idea. I should probably delete my search history. Maybe just one more search. Requested death. My phone seemed to lag for a few seconds as the search is submitted. Then, a fresh list of links appears. The top result catch my eyes immediately.
Revenge at your fingertip.
This must be it. I click the link and website loads immediately. Wah, wangi-wangi coy. Blonde wangi-wangi coy. The website is simple. There's freakly little dancing girl at the top of the screen who look too happy to belong on such the website. Kita baca ya gambarnya. Corpse girl website. Revenge at your fingertip. Request a death. Fill out your victim's information and upload a photo of them. Your victim will receive a photo of their own corpse shortly before they die. Watch out, don't be an idiot. And the whole site is really basic. A small blurb of text over instruction.
Request a death.
Request a
Fill out your
death.
victim's information and upload a photo of them.
Ah,
The victim will receive a photo of their own.
ini yang tadi kita udah baca.
Watch out.
Don't be an idiot and turn your own or you will be cursed.
The hell?
What the hell?
Actually,
For real? I start to wonder if I should go through with this. There's very little useful information on the site. I mean, it does say request a death. But come on, is someone actually going to go out and kill the person I choose? Di sebelah kenapa, Senpapi? Pada welcome to the stream ya, Senpapi ya. And how on earth can someone receive a photo of their own corpse before they're actually dead? That just doesn't make any sense. My heart suddenly skipped a beat, and I nearly dropped my phone when it buzzes at me.
thank God.
Thank God, it's just a text message. An unknown number, that's never a good thing. Wait a minute, there's a photo attachment. Who could be sending me a photo from an unknown number? My curiosity gets the better of me and I open the message. Kau dijebak terus kau difotoin ini. Kurosawa, you freaking bitch. Tapi wangi-wangi cok karakternya. I knew it. I knew she mad me up. Betulkah yandere the best? Yoi dong, akses B. By the way, welcome to the stream ya, akses B. And Amano and Sachiko were in on it too. They made me process a fake refund to get cash out of the register so that my name will be on the transaction. And all for what? A bit of cash they will have to split 3 ways. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. A few of the junior high school nearby look at me with worried expression, but I don't give a damn. I'm angry. I'm furious. Kurosawa is going to pay. I close Kurosawa message and return to Corpse Girl website. It's clear what has to be done. I'm going to request Kurosawa staff. I read the website instruction one more time to make sure I haven't missed anything important.
Enter the victim's phone number.
And upload a photo of the victim. Gila, udah ketawa jahat nih. Sudah menjadi ini dia. Sudah menjadi joker ya kan. Orang baik yang tersakiti coy. Lie. I can't believe it. Kurosawa just signed her own death sentence. She sent me a photo of herself and her phone number was included with the message. I fill in the phone number and upload the photo, my hand trembling the whole time. My thumb hover over the submit button. I feel a chill down my spine. My face turns pale and I immediately feel cold and clammy. Is Kurosawa really going to die if I use this website? Or is this all a psychosis? I ran through the possible outcomes in my head. First possibility, nothing happens and Kurosawa is none the wiser. Second possibility, Kurosawa gets pranked by whoever is running this website. Maybe the administrator gets a kick from tormenting people. Kurosawa might just receive some spam text or something like that. Third possibility, Kurosawa dies, he got murdered, or elaborate scheme is concocted to make her die. My lips curl into a frenzied smile. I like the third possibility the most. I slam my thumb down and smash the submit button. Prepare for the end, Kurosawa. Ding. Menarik nih. June 12. Oh, evening. When I get home, I can barely contain my nervousness. I'm shaking as I open the door to my apartment. Oh, it's a good apartment. Tadi dia bilang kan tempat junkies, terus pokoknya yang buruk-buruk lah apartemennya. Tapi ini looks okay dari tempat dalamnya sih. By the time I walk through the door, kayak yang slum banget gitu apartemennya. The sun has just started to set behind the backdrop of the city. Even though it's not dark yet, I'm feeling physically and mentally drained. The drama at work this morning, the taunting laugh of Kurosawa, I feel exhausted, like I just want to crawl into bed and sleep. Despite my dipping energy level, I can't extinguish the burning question flickering within my mind like a candle flame. How will I know when or if Kurosawa is dead? Will Corpse Girl website notify me? No, of course not. I didn't give any of my personal information to the site. The entire thing was anonymous. It's not like I can't visit the store tomorrow and see if she comes into work. I'll be kicked out as soon as I show my face. So, what do I do?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I whip my phone out of my purse and open Noise, a social network app that all my coworkers are connected to. Oke, dia dapat ininya. Label work life. We use chat to shift with each other and complain about the boss. Just as I was hoping, I haven't been kicked out from the group yet. I swiped through their list chat. Okay. Last online 1 hour ago. Perfect. I can keep an eye on when Kurosawa is active. He only has to be using her phone for Noise to detect that she's online. He doesn't necessarily have to be using Noise itself. It's the best way I can think of to monitor if she's still alive or not. It will do for now, at least. Interesting. I wonder why Kurosawa sent me that photo of herself via a regular text message instead of through noise. Maybe she thought she could be busted for it if someone got into her noise profile. Who knows what that girl was thinking? Regardless, I'm thankful she made such a stupid mistake. I wouldn't have obtained her phone number if she had decided to make message through noise instead. After all, noise is strictly on an online surface. No need for phone numbers. Come to think of it, where did she get my phone number from? Well, no matter, it worked out in the end. I'm slumped down on the couch in front of the TV and keep my phone firmly gripped in one hand, my knuckles whitening. I start to bite the fingernail on my other hand out of anxiety. In an attempt to distract myself, I switch the TV on and stream some stupid reality show. The distraction hardly works, and I find myself instinctively glancing at my phone every couple of minutes, waiting for any kind of update on Kurosawa online status. The evening passes slowly. Kenapa tuh? Lah, udah morning. Kirain malam ya. Sunlight streamed through the open curtain and I startle. Did I fall asleep on the couch? I wipe my mouth with my sleeve, cleaning off a trickle of drool from my chin. My phone is still in one hand, and I quickly check it. I tap the fingerprint smear screen, but it's not responding. The battery died. I must have fallen asleep and left the screen on all night. I race toward my charger and plug it in, anxiously waiting for just enough energy to turn the phone screen back on. After what seems like an eternity, the phone comes to life. I catch a glimpse of the clock. Okay, 6.34. Noise. Huh? This profile is private. You're not connected to this person.
Damn it, she blocked me.
He blocked me. I frantically navigate to the group chat only to find that I've been kicked out.
Damn it!
Damn it. What can I do now? I've got no way of knowing whether Kurosawa is still alive. And it vibrates in. Okay, another text message. I blink a couple of times. Who would be texting me at this hour? It might be Kurosawa again, trying to rub my face in her victory. Well, if that's the case, at least I would know that she's still alive. I hesitantly pick my phone up again and open the message. There's no text, just a photo attachment. Let's... Lah, malah dia. Amy. What the hell is this? I nearly dropped my phone in terror. A photo of that body. Twisted, crumpled, like it has fallen from a gray head. A spatter of blood is flecked across the grass. It's hard to make out the detail of the person. Dirty blonde hair, familiar clothes. Is that body? Is it supposed to be me? And there can be no mistaking it. Without a doubt, this is a picture of my own corpse. I shriek again, unable to process what I'm seeing. I'm so entranced by the battered corpse that it takes me a minute to notice the timestamp. Oh yeah, it's a day date, but something is off. 7:28 a.m. Sejam lagi. Bang Fedelish, sialan mongkek bang. Hah? Mongkek apa tuh? By the way, welcome to stream ya. Coba ya. I shiver involuntarily and feel the sickening sensation of bile rising in my throat. This photo.
Is this a prediction of my death?
Waduh, prediksi.
Am I going to die within the hour?
Within the hour. And then the truth hits me harder than my face hit the ground in this grisly photo. When you request a death on Corpse Girl website, your victim receive a photo of their own corpse before they die. Dia lagi mencari buat toilet sekarang, mantap. Yang penting gak di kasur ya. Before they die, I can't look at it anymore. I throw my phone to the side and curl up on the floor. Nanti video mediation. Did Corpse Girl send this to me? And how? How did somebody get a photo of my corpse? A photo that is seemingly from the future. It's impossible, it has to be a hoax. Some tricks, some psycho tormenting me.
Yeah, that's all it is. Someone is
Yeah,
messing with
that's
me.
all it is. Someone is messing with
Probably
me.
Kurosawa.
Probably Kurosawa. I get up off the floor and stumble around. I'm kind of lightheaded and unbalanced, and my stomach feels queasy. Queasy? Ready to launch its content through my throat at any second. I blindly reach around for my phone, and finally grasp it with near frozen finger. The phone number that sent the photo, it's an unknown number, but the digits don't match. Isi nemenin semangat streamingnya oke tuh Bako. Thank you udah mampir. But the digits don't match the number that Kurosawa texted me from yesterday. So it's unlikely this came from her. Bizarrely, the phone number is kind of weird. There are more digits than should be possible. I tried to count them, to count them, but stumble a few times in confusion. I eventually conclude the number has 18 digits, way too many. In addition, the phone number seems to repeat digits a lot. 666. Wow, 666 guys. It seems too strange to be real. Is it possible to fake a phone number? Something interesting catch my attention. Even though the caller ID does recognize the number, it has data on the origin of the number. Tokyo, Japan, my very own city. Perhaps the sender of the photo can match their number, but they can't hide their location. This gives me an idea. I decided to get to the bottom of the situation despite my head throbbing and my stomach bleeding to empty. I punched the phone number into a search engine. One result. The link points to a popular discussion board, Noise Channel. It's an anonymous board where users can talk about almost anything. And no big surprise, it's owned and operated by the same company behind the Noise app I use on my phone. Tap the link and get taken to a discussion topic from less than a week ago. I quickly read through it. Okay. Hey, so today I got strange score photo from a number I don't have in my contacts. Okay. Wondering if any hackers can trace the number of something. Okay, thanks in advance. You got this too? Was the gore picture... I'm worried. Receive a similar pic from the same number. Not sure if I'm overreacting. And that's it. The end of discussion. Neither poster followed up on the conversation. That's all? That didn't give me anything to go on, except now I know that at least 2 other people have received bloody photos of themselves. I wonder if those photos were as extreme as the one I received. What happened to these 2 posters? Why didn't they continue the discussion? I feel myself beginning to sweat. My body is going from cold to hot and back again several times a minute. It feels like I have a fever. But I know it's just stress tearing me up. I check the time. 6:59. Okay, setengah jam. I take a deep breath. I freeze in place, unsure whether I should answer the door. In this sketchy apartment building, it's a risk to answer the door on any given day. Bener yang diceritakan soalnya. Before even taking into consideration that some psycho just takes a photo of my own corpse. I tiptoe toward the door on stiff legs and gaze through the peephole. There's no one there. Oh, I breathe a sigh of relief. Maybe I'm just on edge, and the doorbell echoed from somewhere else's apartment. Besides, I don't know of anyone who will visit me unannounced, especially this early in this morning. Slumped to the floor, my back sliding down the door as I come to rest on the carpet. My legs splayed out haphazardly in front of me. I've had enough fear for one day. I have to just believe this whole thing is a hoax. It's probably karma for trying to get revenge on Kurosawa. Yeah, that's it. Karma. The doorbell rings again, and I scream in shock, my head slamming back against the door I was resting against. I jump to my feet and ignore the peephole, this time simply swinging the door wide open. Oh, dibuka langsung. A gust of chilly morning air sweep into my apartment, and I shut my eyes tightly against the sudden cold. My messy hair tangles in the wind and obscure my vision when I open my eyes. Quickly, I sweep the hair out of my face and look around. There's no one here except a metal trolley is blocking the walkway in front of my door. A stark white bag about the size of human body rests atop of trolley. My heart begins to race as I immediately recognize what this is. On TV, they always show this trolley used in morgues, a car that bodies around. Dead bodies. The vomit that has been trying to escape my body all morning finally finds out its way. Muntah deh. I retch and heave in the doorway until nothing left inside my belly, except the stinging stomach acid that threatened to burn through its fleshy container. The stench wafting from the trolley is overwhelming. Pinching my nostril closed does little more than trap the horrific odor inside my own skull. But my hand reached forward as though controlled by some being other than myself. I can't pull it back, and I can't prevent my finger from grasping the zipper tag attached to the front of the body bag. I unzip the bag. Wait, what? And there I am, a wretched corpse exposed to the day's first ray of sunlight. I stand here in the doorway as I lay here atop of the trolley, simultaneously alive and dead, but more dead than alive in both bodies. The bruising on my face is horrific, and I reach a stiff finger to my own lips, living lips. There's no pain where the bruise should be. I breathe a sigh of relief. Or why would there be any of pain if I'm already dead? Betul sih. To feel pain will be absurd. And then I will really have to start worrying. I wonder how I died. Did I fall from a great height? Did somebody hit me with a car? Or did I collapse from some internal reason, perhaps from organ failure or undiagnosed sickness? Undiagnosed. Maybe I didn't die. The corpse in front of me is alive, living and breathing just as I do while standing in front of myself. Maybe this is all a prank I've pulled on myself, dying just as a joke, but never really dying. Always living until the point I actually die, and it's no longer a prank. Interesting. My head is splitting. I can't think straight. All the thoughts in my mind are jumbled. Meaning behind unspoken words, disappearing behind foggy clouds inside my shattered skull. Clear my head, I step around my corpse and stand by the walkway's railing. I'm on the 4th floor of the apartment building. There are 2 floors above me. I could go higher if I wish. I'm pretty sure a leap from here will be enough to render my living body identical to that of the corpse on the trolley. At this point in time, there exists 2 versions of Emi Katsuno. One is living and is me, and the other is dead, but it's also me. I can choose now to be alive and dead, or be dead and dead, but I cannot choose to be alive and alive. So even if I choose to be alive and dead, I'll still only be half alive. Choosing dead and dead is nice and clean, absolute, and indisputably solid state of existence. I grip the cool steel handrail and lean over the walkway, my hair whipping against my face thanks to the relentless wind. 4 stories below me is a small courtyard, paved with concrete and decorated with the occasional shrub or flower bed. I miss the concrete above my 2 feet. Dirt sprayed up into the air as my nose crushed under my own body weight. I think about that, my teeth grin into my tongue and sever it, but it doesn't manage to escape close my mouth. My mind wanders and settles on Corpse Girl website. What was that all about anyway? As far as I know, nothing happened when I submit Kurosawa's detail. Hahaha, maybe Kurosawa found the website as well. Okay, well played, Kurosawa. I think I can taste blood in my mouth, but it might just be a memory from some other point in my lifetime. A blinking light from a nearby parked car kind of irritates me, but then my vision turned blue or black, and my only concern is how I'll never truly know that. Scene yang sama ya? Corpse Factory prolog tadi ya. Prolognya sejam. Oke lah. Lumayan bagus. So far lumayan bagus. Act 1. Noriko Kurosawa. 3 weeks earlier. Oh, ini mundur. I've always liked the shape of my eye. I can be critical about the other part of my body, but I'll never complain about my eyes. With or without makeup, I think they look great. Mother used to tell me I inherit her eyes, and my big sister inherit father's eyes. To be honest, I don't see any of father's features in myself or my sister, but I do agree that my eyes are exact replicas of my mother's. My mother doesn't see too well anymore, and that might be something I have to also worry about in the future. But for now, my eyes are perfect, and I couldn't be happier with them. I wear eyeshadow and eyeliner to bring out my best feature. It's in like video bang, okay. Erlan, like Erlan Tobacco. Aman. Some people tell me I use too much makeup, that I intend to overdo it and make myself look intimidating. Padahal ini keren dia. Well, I don't really care. I most like the way I look. And honestly, how many people can claim the same? Today's morning ritual is the same as any other workday. I'm a slave to the wage, and I'm not proud of it. Call me a corporate sellout, but I can't survive without money. My alarm goes off at 6 a.m. The shower is running by 6. Okay. Time skipnya cepet ya, pace-nya. I skip breakfast because I'm watching my figure and spend lama ya. Ya rela nggak makan cok demi makeup. I'm out of my cramped shoebox apartment. Sometimes I catch my neighbor returning home from his overnight shift. If so, I exchange simple pleasantries with him and continue on my own. Today, there's no sign of my neighbor, so I don't slow down as I descend the stair and exit the building. Hitting the convenience store for a can of coffee sap, another few minutes from each day. I prefer sweet milk coffee, but every now and then I'm in the mood for rich black coffee. Regardless, I never start the day without it. I don't always need the energy boost, but it helped to stop my stomach growling. It's a milk coffee kind of day, so I pay for my favorite brand and get out of the store in no time. The canned coffee dive into my handbag as I continue on my way. The train station is always busy in the morning, and it's usually a struggle to navigate my way to the correct platform in time. Okay, today's no different. However, I always make it in time because my routine has been perfected over the last few months. I board the train bound for Shinjuku, A cursory glance revealed there are no empty seats, so I push through the throng of bodies and stand against the carriage wall. Whenever there are seats available, I like to sit and read, but it's much more common to have to stand and stare at my phone screen like almost everyone else. When I do read, I read the classic Stoker, Lovecraft, horror. Western horror at that is my favorite genre. And of course, faithful translation into Japanese are as good as it gets. My English isn't nearly strong enough to read this novel in their original language. If I'm stuck staring at my phone screen, I like to stalk people online, anjay stalker. Acquaintances, or the few friends I have, lead such boring life. They post about most mundane topics all day, every day, acting like they will shrivel up and die unless they get the attention they seek. Nanjay, bioskop. I find their dull, tedious life simply fascinating. From behind the safety of a glass veil, I can fulfill myself voyeuristic fetishes and consume as much pointless information as I desire. Knowing every mundane harusnya banyak mundane that of people's daily life turn me on. This morning is the same as any other. I stare down at the phone held in my frail hand. Mundane mungkin ya. Mundane. My finger move of their own accord, scrolling and tapping against the backlit display, pausing, pondering, pouncing on any post or picture that my pupils haven't yet consumed. Standing in the train carriage packed to the gills with people, I can't help but feel my face getting flushed and my steamy breath escaping my lips. I digest pose after photo after photo, memorizing the coming and going of every single person on my noise activity feed. I catch my breathing getting heavier, my gasp becoming short and sharp. Ray went to the dentist yesterday for a root canal. Mizuno shares some photos from her international vacation. Kawahara object to owning pets and think all animals should be free. My cheek glow crimson. My chest begin rising and falling quickly. I clutch the collar. Bang, kamu tahu Yona Bintari gak? Si Aaron katanya suka sama dia. Itu apa, Cok? Apa itu tobacco? A few people in the carriage start to move away from me, but I barely notice them. My fingers keep scrolling and I hit the jackpot. A new post from a coworker at my office. Omoi Watanabe? She's a gal girl, the type with heavy fake tan, bleached blonde hair, and questionable clothes. I hate her, but I love her post. This morning update reads, Tomomo! Just found this corpse girl website. Such fake bull, hahaha. Saya lagi kebelet dan Aaron lagi tidur di toilet. What the hell? Sorry spam bang, gak apa-apa, aman cuy. Waiting to meet a page to try it on. Malah banyak yang nge-spam di sini. Dan ini bukan termasuk kategori spam yang spam jelek. Bagus ini membuat live chat aktif. Kalau spam jelek tuh kayak ya udah diulang terus. Nah, itu spam jelek. Spam buruk lah. Tommy just discovered corpse girl website, huh? I feel a slight squeal trying to escape from my throat as my legs threaten to buckle underneath me. I can't take the excitement anymore and I have to force my phone from my hand and bury it at the bottom of my handbag. Deep breath, Noriko. Deep breath. I need to calm down and control myself. Composure is key. I close my eyes and let a cool breath of air whistle through my slightly parted lips. Feeling a little calmer and no longer ready to explode, I analyze the information I just read. Tomoe wants to try out Corpse Girl website. That's good. That's very good. Rumor has it that you can visit the website and request the death of somebody you know. How and if the victim dies is unknown to the public. Because of that, some people are pretty quick to dismiss the site as a hoax. However, the most interesting part isn't how or the victim dies, but what happened to the victim before they die. Supposedly, the victim will receive a photo of their own corpse. How this photo exists before the victim's life is snuffed out isn't public knowledge. But the thought of this phenomena occurring is really intriguing. Nevertheless, the site has been gaining popularity lately, at least in certain corner of the internet. Message board like Noise Channel and other similar sites have picked up on the rumor and like to exaggerate the website authenticity. The fact that someone like Tomoe, rather dense, dim-witted individual has discovered the website means that it's actually more well known than I previously thought. Okay. It means that people are actually talking about it outside of the internet. Chances are good that Tomoe will want to try out and request the death of someone in the office, a coworker. Me, perhaps. She hates my guts as much as I hate her. Finally, something exciting is going to happen in our dull workplace.
The next station is Shinjuku. The
Shinjuku.
doors on the right side will open. Please change here for the Chuo line, the Shonan Shinjuku line, the
Sakyo
Saikyo
line. As the mounted announcement reads through a list of connecting train lines, I get ready to disembark. The train pulls to a stop, and I contort my body around the other passenger in an attempt to exit the train. Finally free of the tangled mass of flesh, I hasten my pace and navigate through the labyrinth station. I take the exit closest to my office and settle into a slower walk. I'm on time, and I never desire to reach the office any earlier than needed. Temujin, nama office-nya. It doesn't take for the looming office tower to enter my field of vision. 32 stories of office space all crammed into one slim tower. The name Temujin is stamped across the structure in gigantic block letters. If you're looking for this building in Shinjuku, you can't possibly miss it. Temujin carries the title of Japan's third biggest banking corporation. It's a gigantic company with other branches in Kyoto, Osaka, Sapporo, Fukuoka, and a dozen smaller cities I don't even remember. I've worked here for close to 3 months now. Not a long time in the grand scheme of things. That said, I'm only a temp and all I do is data entry. I work on the 14th floor along with about 60 other junior employees, including gal girl Tomoe Watanabe. I don't speak to many of my coworkers. That's the way I like it. Temujin. When I reach the building, I enter through the giant double sliding doors and find myself in the familiar hobby. Comfortable couches lined in the wall, circling a reception desk or a large elevator are tucked away in a nook behind the reception desk. It's already busy this morning, though. To be fair, this place is packed all the time. I avoid the crowds of sharply dressed business people, feeling a little out of place in my semi-formal shirt and skirt. Ducking into a newly open elevator, I tap my employee ID card to backlit panel and press button for my floor. The door closed. The elevator begins its smooth ascent. I'm surprised to find I'm the only one traveling up. Nah, nggak ada orang. I reach my floor and listen to the soothing shim as the door opened, revealing the open layout office before me. The static drone of workspace, noise fill me ear. Oh ini, tapi nggak digambarin ya berarti ya? Conversation, ringing phones, finger tapping against keyboard, photocopier, even the steady, low hum of the air conditioner contributes to the overall din. I make my way to my desk, stationed in the middle of the floor and surrounded by a dozen other identical desks. As I walk, somebody taps me on the shoulder gently.
Good morning, Kurosawa.
Good morning, Kurosawa. Shinya Fujikawa, my senior, though he's really only a couple of months older than me. He has worked here for a whole year after taking an internship straight out of senior high school. He's not an intern anymore, although I'm not quite sure of his job title.
Morning, Fujikawa.
Morning Fujikawa, anjir. Karakter yang di text box-nya ini kawaii juga. Yandere banget deh. Lumayan yandere banget.
How was your commute this morning?
How was your commute this morning?
Fine, same as usual.
Fine, same as
That's good to
usual.
hear.
That's good to hear.
Did you read any of your...
Novels. He's referring to the horror book I like to read. I can tell from his tone that he doesn't exactly approve of the subject matter. I've known Shinya since junior high. We go way back, but I wouldn't exactly call us friends. However, he's the one that landed me this job, even though it's just a temporary contact. I've always had the feeling that he's a bit sweet on me. I could be way off the mark though.
Well, I couldn't get a seat on the train today.
Too hard to
Too hard
read.
to read while standing.
That's
a
shame.
You, still
Still-
haven't accepted my, friend request, did you know?
Kok cowok kayak gini agak gimana gitu. Tangannya gitu bosnya. I have to fight the urge to roll my eyes. He's a nice guy. But we were connected on noise once before and I had to delete him. He's super obsessed with his father detective work and all he ever posts about is his assumption and theories on petty crimes cases. Normally, I would find anyone on my friend list fascinating. But here's the thing. Shinya never posts about his personal life. All he writes are long-winded rant on boring cases. It's far beyond the monotonous even I can stand. I fish my phone out of my handbag and pretend that I'm looking at noise.
Oh, how about that?
How about that?
Looks like I don't have any incoming friend requests.
I quickly dig my phone back into my bag.
How peculiar.
I'll try and add you again later.
Sure, no problem.
Sure, no problem.
Anyway,
I better get
better get to
to
it.
it. Work hard today. Okay?
You got it.
You got it. Shinya over a formal bow and goes on his way before I can take a step toward my deck. A mocking voice whispering,
How long are you gonna lead on sweet little Shinya?
"Oh shit." I shiver and find Tomoe Watanabe lurking right behind me, buzzing around my neck like an irritating
That
mosquito.
poor boy really has the hots for ya. When
That
are you gonna tell him
poor
you're a
boy.
cold-hearted psycho?
When you're gonna tell him you're a cold-hearted psycho?
Listen, I'm not leading him on, and I'm no psycho.
I'm no psycho.
Huh, sounds like something a real psycho type would say, don't you reckon?
Of course, this is none other than the girl Tomoe, the very same brain dead moron who posted this morning about wanting to try Corpse Girl website. She's the kind of person that likes to stir up trouble and instigate conflict. She has had her vacant eyes on me since the day I first stepped foot in the office. She loves to torment me any chances she gets. Maybe I rub her the wrong way somehow, though I'm not sure what I ever did to her. Even though she's a data entry temp like me, she has worked here just a little longer than I have. Unfortunately, That means I have to defer to her as my superior in this professional environment. She know as much and likes to take advantage of the fact as often as possible.
It's funny, you know. You don't look like the
Hmm.
type of skank to lead on a goody-goody like Shinya.
Goody-goody like Shinya.
I told you, I'm not leading him on.
I'm not leading him on.
Well, if you're not interested, maybe I'll take him out this weekend and tongue him at the cinema.
Waduh,
Gross.
do what you
Do what you
want.
want.
Eh,
but I doubt
beradab
he's into someone with your
looks.
looks.
Oh yeah? What would you know? You think he likes your flat chest, little Miss Gothic Lolita?
Miss Gothic Lolita? Yo. Ini udah yang perfect cuy daripada kau, Tomoe. I know I should struck off commands such as this. Emang agak flat tapi that's better than yours, I think. Lebih cocok sama dia. But backing down from Tomoe isn't something I can do easily.
I'll give you a tip. Guys like Shinya are smart. If you
Laughter.
want to impress him, don't let him know your head is as full of air as your inflatable breasts.
Maksudnya gimana tuh perfect? Waduh, mana tuh? A flash of crimson light up Tomoe's face, and she looked ready to lash out at me. A group of coworkers, junior like us, look over to us in concern. Tomoe takes a step back from me, but not before signaling a rude gesture with her
We ain't
finger.
done here, Noriko.
Watch your back.
I'm trembling.
I'm trembling. Tomoe walks away, and I breathe a sigh of relief. If it wasn't for having to deal with her, I wouldn't dread coming to work every day. Anyway, I wonder when she's planning to test out Corpse Girl website. Will she try it on me since we just fought? I'm not really sure if I should be excited or scared. Either way, it will definitely be fun to find out what happened if she does try the website. I finally reach my desk and take note of the time. Okay, I quickly log into my photos, into my computer and check today's task list. It's all standard stuff today. I need to transfer a few tables of number from a spreadsheet into our company online database. When I'm done, I have to run it by a few other people, then commit the change to the server. The work is dull and repetitive, but my salary isn't bad. On the plus side, I get to wear headphones and listen to music while I work. I dip into my handbag and retrieve my phone, a can of milk coffee, and a handful of Brave mint. I lay them all out on my desk neatly. I slip my headphone on, plug them into my phone, and hit play on my work playlist. Sabar minum dulu, jangan lupa minum ya teman-teman. Loud symphonic metal lovingly thrashes my ears as I crack open the can of coffee and take a long sip. Okay,
Let's get started.
let's get started. I return home to my quiet, trim apartment after work. The place is eerily silent, a stark contrast to the bustling office where I spend my days. Throwing my handbag onto the tiny coffee table, I pick up my laptop and sit on the couch. I lie back and get comfortable, letting the laptop rest on my stomach as it boots up. The welcome screen loads up, so I click a couple of times, open my web browser, and then head to a very specific website saving my favorite. Corpse Girl website. A cute dancing zombie girl is animated at the top of the page, a peculiar irregularity that always makes me giggle. I noticed that the page view counter at the bottom of the site is nearly the same as it was yesterday. There have been maybe 4 or 5 new visitors. Dia bisa tahu ya? I heave a sigh. Maybe the website isn't quite that well known after all. That begs the question, how did Tomoe discover it? Well, never mind that. My eyes can the website's content. Berarti sabar. Kalau dipikir-pikir, yang tadi itu, yang cewek rambut kuning yang kita tabrak, itu kayaknya niatnya nyuruh kita pakai ini, cowok. Karena dia tahu yang kena efek itu yang nge-upload. Dan emang dia ada dendam sama si ini kayaknya. Request a death. Big, bold letter headline the site. Intention couldn't be clearer. Further information on this site is sparse. Brief instruction tell the user to fill in a victim phone number and upload a photo. Aside from that, there's not much else to mention. It doesn't even ask for a name. After scanning the site, I move my mouse to the browser's address bar and click. I type a / after the website address, and then add the word admin. I hit the enter key. The login page presents itself with empty username and password field waiting to be filled in. My finger tap dance around the keyboard, and within a moment I present with a brand new page. A blinking slab of text greet me one new request. The crooked smile cracked my stony expression. Finally, somebody has requested death. Somebody has asked me, corpse girl, to kill a victim. Oh, oke, jadi ini corpse girl-nya. Oh begitu ternyata ceritanya bang, betul San Papi. I giggle, feel my cheek flush red. This is the first request I've had for about a week. I've been logging in every evening, finger crossed that somebody has elected a new victim for me. Puneng bang, today my wish has come true. I can't help but feel emotional at a time like this. My lower lips tremble and I feel tears welling up. I dab the corner of my eyes gently to avoid smudging my makeup. As I hover my mouse cursor over the view request button, a familiar and a pleasant tingling sensation surged in my chest, my stomach, my thigh. I shiver with anticipation, my hot and steamy breath beginning to fog up the laptop screen. I click the button. Request detail. Victim's photo. Victim's phone. The victim's photos automatically loads on my screen. The person in front of me is a total stranger, but that's okay. It doesn't change the task set up for me. A woman, rather plain in her early 30s, is well dressed and minimal makeup. She's not really putting her personality on display. It's a nice photo, better quality than some of the images I've received in the past. In fact, the photo looks like a corporate ID picture. I wonder if it was downloaded from a company database or website. Well, the source of the photo doesn't matter. The simple fact of the matter is that somebody has made a request for this person to die. It falls to me to fulfill that request. Okay. All I need now is to select a way for her to meet her untimely demise. I've previously thought about including an extra field on my website, an option for the user to choose the way they want. Buset, keren juga. After all, it will reduce the amount of strain on my creativity if the method was decided for me. But after careful consideration, I decided against it. Some people are sick, twisted. The cause of death could be far beyond my means and impossible to achieve. Therefore, allowing the user to define the cause of death is unfeasible. Instead, I'll stick to my current modus operandi. Everything depends on the quality of the victim's photos. If its detail and the victim's feature are easily distinguishable, and then I can be rather creative with the cause of death. Perhaps the victim's face suffered drastic burns, or she has an iron stake thrust her skull. However, if the victim's photo is low quality, doesn't provide enough detail to identify the subject, I have to resort to the default cause of death. Terrible, unlucky fall from a great height. Oh, gambar kurang bagus berarti itu. Maybe she slipped, or maybe someone stumbled into her and sent her tumbling over the rail. The end result will be the same, a swift, crushing death from on high. The victim will end up face down on the concrete, completely unrecognizable, save for her clothes and accessories. That's not my favorite cause of death, but in some cases it is necessary. Regardless, it is still a valid way to fulfill the request. For now, it's time to get started. I can barely contain my excitement. I squirm against the couch, crossing and uncrossing my legs in a vain attempt to dissipate the heat rising through my body. Taking a deep breath, trying to calm my nerve and get to work. The victim will receive a photo of her own corpse, time-stamped with the date of her death. It's corporal signature move, my calling card if you will. Seeing an image of one's own disfigured corpse is sure to strike fear into one's heart. And that's precisely the reason I take this step, to make the victim panic and act rashly. First thing first, I save the victim photos to my laptop's hard drive. I store it in a folder discreetly named System Files, hidden away in the root directory of my operating system, a password encrypt directory, of course. Penang itu ada di negara mana, Bang? Penang Malaysia kan? Next, I open up my favorite image editing software and load the photo. Looking carefully at the detail in the picture, I can see that this will be a work of art. I can really go to town with this request. I minimize the software, open my web browser, and access a particular website. The database of the deceased, the DD, as it's known on the dark web, a secret weapon, the ultimate resource of my work. The DD is a collection of countless high-resolution photographs of dead bodies, murder victims, crime scenes, suicide. If somebody has died in one way or another, chances are good that some pervert individual has captured the moment in all its glory. As valuable images are essential to my work. Using these photos as a base, I can edit my victim's detail into the picture. My process is simple. I start by locating the perfect corpse photos. I search the database, and in less than 2 minutes, I discover a disgustingly detailed photo of a woman with her entrails splitting from her stomach. Her face is blue, having suffocated before even having a chance to bleed to death. She's about the same age as my victim. She has of a similar head and build. Finding a photo that specifically suits my victim's feature is easy thanks to DD's excellent catalog text and filters. I simply search for the keyword that match my victim's description and find a corpse that fits. Using this photo as a starting point, I digitally added my victim's face onto the body. It's not some quick job that even a child can do. It's a painstakingly crafted work of art that would fool even the keenest eye. An hour passes, and 2, and 3. Before I know it, midnight has come and gone. The work is nearing completion. All that remains is to add the final touch. I like to add specific distinguishable detail to the image. Personal item or accessory, clothes, makeup, you name it. With personal details added, I adjust the lighting and colors palette. If the victims decide to reserve image, search the photo and discover that it's a forgery, all my work will be for naught. And with that, the masterpiece is completely a grisly, gruesome, drastically potpourri gift for the soon-to-be departed. The victim will receive this photo of a corpse that is, for all intent and purposes, a perfect replica of her own physical form. She will open the image on her phone and the life she once knew will crumble to pieces. My lips curl into a satisfied smear. During my house of work, my breathing eventually steadied. Steady. My excited nerves settle into zen-like calm. But seeing the finished art piece now, I begin to feel my heart pounding once more. The macabre vision before me is exhilarating. Adrenaline and dopamine surge throughout my body, giving me a sudden head rush of bliss. To say that I am attracted to the sight of blood and guts will be misleading. No, I'm not into that at all. The excitement stems from the thought of taking control of somebody else's life, dictating their future, controlling their fate. For with certain of this image, I have taken the victim life into my own hand, like a puppet master pulling the strings of a marionette. By forging this convincing creation, I will compel the victim to take her own life. That's right, my own hand need not become stained. The hand of corpse girl have never been dirtied with the blood of a victim. This is the true nature of my work. Carefully crafting corpse photos in such a way to convince the victim that their fate is already sealed. No matter what they do, they cannot escape the death that awaits them. The date stamp on the photo is the icing on the cake, the ultimate driving force behind the victim choosing to end their own life. A date so near in the future, a time that has not yet occurred, a fiber of uncertainty carefully interwoven into the image that caused the victim to pause and consider the possibilities. Is this photo from the future? Is this truly my fate? How can I outrun a future that has been decided? There are the thoughts that run through a victim's mind. Iya bener. Despair and dread flood the sense. Overwhelming anxiety give way to calm acceptance. This is my dead body. This is how I die. Why should I fight it? And when the victim's last vestige of resistance gently break, like a silk spider web being torn by a cool breeze, they finally give in. They invite their end. This is the way it will go down for this woman, this complete and total stranger. I am confident, certain, convinced. Oh, dia manipulasi ya jadinya. Mencuci otaknya, membuat orang percaya dengan hal itu. It was a sudden spark of inspiration that guided me to begin fabricating corpse photos about a year ago. I can never quite recall exactly what it was that spawned the idea. Gila, wangi-wangi banget gak sih ini karakter? Sometimes I get close to remembering, but recollection dances at the edge of my mind and slip back into the darkness. Regardless, I venture down a dark and dangerous path. I built Corpse Girl website and invite strangers to request the death of people they knew. It was a sell tactic, simply a way to encourage users to submit images. I had no intention or means of ending life. A little I did know of the true power I wielded. I only intend to create corpse photos and send them to people for fun. I wanted to startle and scare some unsuspecting fools. It would be a lie to claim that I didn't get off on it. The thought of people shrieking in fear at the sight of their own corpse was more than delicious. It sated my budding lust. It filled a dark hole in the depth of my soul and gave me purpose. Never in a million years did I dream that one of my corpse photos would result in the death of another human being. I'll never forget her name, Ruri Hatano. 20-something, slim, gorgeous, eyes that took my breath away the moment I gazed upon her portrait. She was the first person to make me feel bad about crafting Hulk's photo, the only person to make me feel bad about it. But I did it anyway. Corpse Girl never reject a request. It's her, my conviction. I forged a beautiful rendition of her death, thanks to some rather macabre source photo obtained via the database of the deceased. I strung Rory's corpse up in a field like a ghoulish scarecrow, anjir. The photo was incredible. It was my 5th or 6th work. The 5th or 6th time a user of Corpse Girl website requests a death. Ruri Hatano died just hours after receiving the photo. I don't know why. I don't know if she killed herself or if someone murdered her. But I know one thing. Ruri Hatano's body, her real body, was found in a field, hanging like a scarecrow surrounded by crows. Her eyes had been gouged out of her skull, and her stiff finger clutched her phone tightly. According to the news report, her phone displayed a familiar image, the very image I created of her corpse. When I first learned of Ruri's death, I was overcome with varying emotion. I felt sick, elated, disgusted, overjoyed, depressed, aroused. Had I somehow caused her death? Was Corpse Girl responsible for taking a life? Even though my hands weren't stained with blood, I still felt responsible. Iyalah. Pasti ada rasanya dikit. A lurid truth descended upon me at that moment. Corpse Girl held the power to end life. And the more I dwelled on the fact, the more obvious it became to me. I began to feel that power pulsing through my vein, throbbing in my blood as my heart pumped and pounded within my chest. I can't explain how the power worked, and I don't know why I have it. Somehow, the corpse photos I create can compel a victim to end their own life, or compel someone else to end it for them. Ruri died in the way that I envisioned. Her dead body matches the fake corpse photo I painstakingly crafted, and I didn't even have to leave the safety and comfort of my apartment to ensure her death. Corpse Girl power is real, extraordinary. I vowed to exercise that power as frequently as possible. Ngeri juga. Ruri Hatano died last year. Since then, I've been causing that rush, that thrill, that comes with snuffing out a soul. It wasn't hard to grow the popularity of Corpse Girl website after that incident. Particularly, dark corner of the internet gobbled up the news with enthusiasm. The site saw an influx of new visitor. And on a few occasions, I've even overheard people in the real world whispering about the mysterious website that lets you request a death. I've crafted corpse photos for dozens of requests. Each photo is more convincing and realistic than the last, adding to my ever-evolving skill. But none of my recent attempts have been successful. Not a single person has dropped that since Ruri Hatano. I'm beginning to wonder if Corpse Girl power has fizzled out. Or perhaps I never had any power to begin with. Maybe Ruri's death was simply a fluke, a morbid coincidence. I spent countless hours doubting myself, doubting Corpse Girl. I've tried so hard to replicate that one success. Every time I receive a request, I do the same thing as I did in Ruri Hatano's case. I added a photo of the victim, I create a convincing photo, and I timestamp it with the time of death. I send the photo to the victim, and then I leave the rest up to fate. But nothing ever comes of it. I'm not so delusional to think that in normal circumstances, a simple photo would be enough to convince someone to kill themselves. And even if that photo fell into someone else's hand, it wouldn't inspire them to go out and kill the victim, of course not. However, these are no ordinary circumstances. I once activated a power beyond the ken of mortal men. I caused Ruri Hatano to die by her own hand, or by the hand of another. I need to find a way to manifest my power once more. The proof that I, Corpse Girl, have the power of death and destruction at my fingertips. Once a new victim perishes, I know it will pave the way to more and more death. The website will gain popularity and become more than just an urban myth. People will live their life in fear, forever wondering if Corpse Girl is lurking behind the next stage message they receive. Yes, I can see the future. I crave so clearly in my mind. I'm close to achieving my goal. I know I am. And when my dream comes through, I can finally what? The incessant chirping of bird gently kindles the ember of my consciousness. My heavy eyelids open to find my body contorted before me, legs played across the couch in the most uncomfortable position I can imagine. I groan and twist my torso, letting my spine pop and crack until the edge in my body drift away. I need to stop falling asleep on the couch. Feel young, but I can't handle a night away from my comfortable bed. My eyes fall upon my open laptop. Lying on its side on the floor, the screen is blank. The battery drained. I briefly panic, hoping against hope that I save my work before falling asleep. I stumble to my feet and pick up the laptop, then charge toward the power outlet. I plug in and boot up, revitalizing the mechanical beast and feeling a wave of relief as the wiring of the internal fans signify the breath of life. The screen flickers and bathes my eyes in harsh light. My eyes squint against my will, and I make out the image before me. The mutilated corpse of my latest victim. Perfection in picture form. The timestamp in the lower corner reads May 27, 11:07 a.m. Tomorrow's date. The photo is ready to be sent out. If I send it now, the victim will receive it immediately, notice the date, and realize that her death is imminent. It's time to set the wheel of demise in motion. Leaving my laptop at the outlet, I quickly dart into the kitchen. Well, to call it a kitchen is misleading. It is simply a tiled area connected to my living space with a small refrigerator, microwave oven, and single hot plate. A small stack of drawer is nestled next to the fridge, and I pull open the second drawer from the top. Plunging my hand inside is always an odd sensation. Fingers get buried underneath a dozen cheap plastic flip phone. I press one of the phones between my thumb and forefinger remove it from the drawer. It's a scratch-up pink model from 2010 or so, a relic from a time not all that long ago that may as well be forgotten. I flip the screen up and turn the device. Relieved to see this artifact still hold power. To be fair, I charged up all of these phones just a few weeks ago. But the fact they retain a charge after being inactive for so long is a testament for their engineering. In any shady line of work, these kind of phones are referred to as burners. Cheap, disposable devices that are discarded as soon as their purpose is fulfilled. I acquired them by rather unsavory means, but that's neither here nor there. I use these photos to send out the photos I make. By doing this, I avoid using my personal phone and thus prevent anything from being traced back to me. When a photo has been sent, I keep the burner phone for 24 hours, and it's just in case the victim send a reply. I know I will get a good laugh out of that. Of course, I don't keep the phone on my person. I stored it in an old thread out the back of my apartment building. Then 24 hours have passed. I remove the phone's SIM card, snap it in half, and discard it with the combustible trash. The phone itself gets smashed and trashed in the dumpster outside a convenience store. I also delete photos of my hard work, a hard drive, and clear my internet history. Obviously, I don't even use my own internet connection at home. I leech off my gullible neighbor's Wi-Fi. Anjir, pencolong Wi-Fi. He's under the impression I can't afford my own internet connection. Whether or not I convince him of such is irrelevant. So he's happy to share his connection with me. Will the police ever try to track my action? They'll only be led straight to my neighbor. I've gone to great length to ensure my actions are untraceable. This has all been anticipation of my inevitable success. Looking down at the pink phone in my hand, I clear my mind and focus on the task before me. Photo is transferred easily from my laptop to the burner phone once complete. I open the text messaging app and enter the victim phone number. I leave message field blank, but I attach the photo, of course. Tolong Erlan, kenapa? The victim will receive an empty text message from an unknown number with only an image attached. The message is just about ready to send, but there is one more flourish I would like to add. I open a particular app I previously downloaded to every burner phone. It's simply called Number Math, and it's one of the most ingenious apps I've ever used. The app asks for the number I want to use. I punch in my memories trademark 666 333 666 222 666 444 666. Now, when I send a text message, the receiver will see this number appear on the caller ID. Not only does it mask the burner's real phone number, but it's an extra calling card to help boost my infamy. I smeared my thumb, hovering over the send message button. This is it. This is going to be my long-awaited victory. The second victim to end up dead. I just know it. This is the stepping stone to my success. The second of many bodies that will pave the way to my glory. I send a message. I arrive at work on time, just as usual. My handbag is heavy, with the weight of several cans of coffee. Hopefully enough to help my power through the day after having such a late night. Ini Temujin. Temujin yang MC ya? I can't help but yawn loudly as I wait for the elevator in the lobby. Just before the elevator doors open, my phone starts to ring. Okay?
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, Noriko. Good morning.
Did I call?
Not at all. I'm just
Uh-huh.
about to go into the office. Oh, should I
Okay.
call back later?
Should I call back later?
It's no problem.
No problem, don't stress.
Okay,
Sorry. Agak mirip ini ya, agak mirip Ame ya. The nervous, apologetic girl on the other end of the call is Aoi Sato, an old school friend from back in the day. Though we never really had any common interests, we used to inseparable at school. He was shy, I was introvert. It was a combination that worked in our favor, even if our conversation were a little on the boring side. To say that we are no longer shy and introvert wouldn't be entirely true. Aoi has gotten better. She is definitely more outgoing, but she still suffers from a great deal of social anxiety. As for me, I'm still pretty introvert. My tolerance for being around other people has improved a bit, but I do prefer solitude. And visiting places I've never been to before puts me on edge. To call Aoi my best friend would be accurate. She's my closest confidant. Even so, she knows nothing about my part-time masquerading as corpse girl. No one does, and I plan to keep it that way.
So, Aoi, what did you
Oh,
want to talk
Aoi,
about?
what did you want to talk about?
Oh, well,
That guy.
you see, that guy at work is still bothering me, and I wanted to see if you had any
More advice for me.
Jeez, the older guy that always hits on you.
The older guy. Yeah,
What a creep.
you're
You're
90.
19, for God's sake. He must be, what,
50?
I think he's 52.
Buset, lebih lengkap
You
lah.
know his actual age.
Uh-huh.
Well, whatever. If he's still bothering you, you have to take a stand.
Aw,
He's not your coworker, right? Just a regular. That's right.
just a regular
Then
customer.
tell your manager. Have him banned from the venue.
I can't talk to
the
her.
manager.
Talk to
I
me.
don't want to cause trouble for the company.
Hmm.
Jeez, girl.
Sometimes you need
to stand on
on
your
your
own
2
2
feet.
I know.
I know.
Well, if talking to the manager is out of the question, then you need to be firm with the creep. Tell him
Firm.
you won't stand for being groped anymore. His
Oh.
behavior is simply unacceptable.
And if you won't change, you won't serve anymore.
He's scary, Noriko. I don't know if I can confront him like that.
Ya kan, agak mirip
He's
Ame gak sih?
always drunk. Even before he comes into the place, I try not to serve him too much,
But are you sure?
Are you sure you can't quit that stupid job? Working at a maid cafe really doesn't suit you at all. I thought you wanted a government position.
Government position.
I do. I want to work in a cozy office, kind of like you, but you know I don't have any qualifications. Why don't I see if there's anything open here? Maybe Shinya can help out. He got me this job, remember?
Okay.
Shinya. Maybe. He was
Always a nice guy, right?
He's super nice. Stick in the mud,
But a nice one.
Noriko?
Don't be mean.
Yeah.
You want me to ask? Yes, please. If it's
It's
no
no
trouble.
I'll talk to Shinya. Then
Maybe
you can
quit
that
your
crappy
creepy job and come work with me.
That really does sound wonderful.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Noriko.
Noriko.
I'll be so lost without you. You're
Don't be
amazing,
silly.
Aoi. Leave this to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. I end the call and heave a sigh. Having to go and ask Shinya about a job actually is a pain in the ass, but I would never admit that to Aoi. I want to help the poor girl, I really do. I will do nearly anything for her. The elevator arrived at the lobby, and I step inside as soon as the door opened. Okay.
Good morning, Kurosawa.
Good morning, Kurosawa.
Fujikawa.
Fujikawa, good morning. Shinya takes me by surprise as I exit the elevator. Has he been waiting for me from here?
I wanted to catch you before we sit down to work.
I sent you another friend request. Can you make sure?
You got it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. What am I supposed to do when he puts me on the spot like this? It's impossible to hide my screen from Shinya piercing gaze.
Well, what do you know?
I have a new...
Oh, great.
Great, it worked this...
time.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure thing. I hesitantly accept the request. A little firework animation pops up. Yay, Gideon.
Yay! Looks like we're officially friends now. So,
Can I call you Noriko from now on? I've never cared much for formalities. Okay, I tried to add her to them in the workplace, but honestly, I don't care if people refer to me by my first or last name. Regardless of whatever they are friends or not.
That's fine.
That's fine, you can call me Noriko. Shinya's eyes light up. That seems to have made the boy happy.
thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you
You can call me Shinya, of course.
Shinya.
Shinya. We've known each other
We've known
since
each other
junior
since
high.
Junior high, right? Shouldn't we have been on a first name basis anyway?
Yes,
Yes, that's true.
We're in the office now, you know?
It wouldn't do if you start
Started
working
here and called
from
me
a senior right now, I suppose.
I'm really glad we're proper friends now, Noriko.
Coffee sometimes. I can't help but feel he's trying to push his luck as far as it will go. Any suspicions I had about him having a crush on me are now confirmed. I brush a stray lock of hair out of my face and smile as sweetly as I can while I change the subject.
Hey.
Actually, I want to ask you
something. Are there any more temp jobs available here right now?
Oh,
Temp jobs, huh?
them jobs.
Are you looking to pick up extra hours?
No, not exactly. I'm asking for a friend who needs a job.
Friend of Noriko's. We
Let's
pretty
see.
much always have data entry roles up for grabs.
Unless your friends want something more interesting?
Do they have any particular qualifications?
Not really.
Data entry is more than fine.
Actually,
you
you already
already
know
who
who I'm talking. Remember Aisato?
Sato.
Yes,
I think I do remember.
a really shy girl
That
from
really
our
shy girl from our school days, correct?
That's her.
school. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, I never
I
knew.
you were still in touch with school friends, Noriko.
Always probably
Could be the one. We are fairly close.
So,
As for me,
I don't really have any friends from back then.
Sinya's heartbreaking confession doesn't surprise me too much. He doesn't strike me as the type of person to have many friends at all. Here, I'm the same, but
But what am I saying? We're friends now.
so
I
I
guess I do keep in touch with school friends.
waduh, siapa nih gak punya friend nih? Aha, yeah, I guess so.
I'll ask my superior if we can get Sato an interview.
I'd really appreciate that.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Sinya.
problem. Leave it to me.
No problem, leave it to me. Hi fun, welcome to the stream. He gave me an awkward salute before skipping away. Our little exchange has obviously made him pretty happy. For some reason, something that Tomoe Watanabe said yesterday pops into my head. She mentioned that I'm leading Shinya on, but that's not true, isn't it? I shake the thought off my head. I'm just being nice to him. That's not wrong, is it? I take a seat at my desk and performing my morning ritual from my handbag. I'm retrieving my headphone, coffee and brief mint. Computer on, music playing, coffee open. My finger tap rhythmically against the keyboard and I slip into the usual workday trance. So,
You're connected with Shinya on noise now, huh?
my walk to the train station is interrupted by familiar greeting
Sounds
voice.
like both of you are getting on pretty well.
Sounds like both of you are getting on pretty well, I don't know. How did you? Of course, Tomoe and I are already friends on Noise. You will have seen notification when I accepted Shinya's request. It's actually kind of strange that Tomoe and I are connected through the app. We added each other on my first day of work before I learned how much of an intolerable excuse for a human being she is. We simply never deleted each other even after all these months. Her posts are entertaining anyway. And since I rarely ever post anything myself, she probably forgot we were connected at all until today.
Now look, don't get me wrong here.
Hmm?
I ain't actually
Interested in Shinya.
Nah, I'm real happy for you both. Like,
Aw.
what I can't stand is a skank like yourself getting some while I'm over here all
I'm
dry
trying like a
desert.
dessert.
What the hell are you talking
Talking
about?
about
It pisses me off that guys just sluts like you, and
And
you
you
barely have
barely
to
put in work.
Meanwhile, nice girls
Girl
like
like
me
me
gotta
gotta
put in
put in
so
such-
much effort to even get noticed. You think all of this is just natural? I put so much effort into how I look, you know. And
And
guys like Shinya don't even bat an eyebrow at
at
You
me.
mean bat an eyelid, right?
Whatever, it don't
Whatever. It doesn't
Six
matter.
skanks like you getting everything for nothing.
Look,
Look, let me be honest with you. I'm not interested in
interested
Shinya.
in Shinya, and I'm not trying
I'm
to.
with him.
I don't chase guys, and
It's pretty
rare
weird
that
they
they
chase me. You've got me all wrong.
Like I believe you.
That you
You
spend your time chasing chicks then?
That's not your business.
Business, but you don't have to worry about
me. Tell
it.
you what, any guy at the office is all yours, okay?
I'm not
Oh,
interested.
Is that how it's gonna be, slut? You think no one is good enough for you?
But they're good enough for me.
Just like all the other girls. You think I'm worth being pitied? You think I need it? Well, I don't want your pity.
You're nothing but fake
skank.
skank. Tomoe pushed forward, her bulk forcing me off the sidewalk and put into a ticket of pale tray bordering the path. Whoa, gampar. The burning slap across my face comes out of nowhere. I'm blinded by white stars and my entire face feels like it's on fire. The strike is hard, sharp, deciduous. It happened so suddenly that I'm having difficulty processing it. I stumble, but my legs don't quite give out. My mind races, trying to put together what just happened. Tomoe hit me? Why? Why did she hit me? There's a strange sort of disconnect in my mind. My body doesn't feel like my own. Like this isn't actually happening to me, but rather, I'm watching it happen to someone else. I seem to slow down and speed up all at once. The slap replayed twice in my mind before Tomoe's hand even leaves my face. I catch a glimpse of her furious expression, red and strained, and overcome with anger. I hate you.
Like you.
Don't pity me. The second strike, whoa, puck puck, with my chin and I flinch, my entire body paralyzed with pain. She hit me again. Stop, I hate you. I hate you. Tomoe has lost it. She's absolutely furious and I can't figure out what I did wrong. Her third attack is a curled first aim straight at my stomach. Through sheer luck or complete accident, I tumble backward, narrowly avoiding the punch and instead landing on my rear. The pavement is rough and hard, but I'm sure it feels a lot better than taking a fist in the gut. Tomoe screamed and rushed at me, but I scrambled to my feet and grabbed her by the wrist. She flails wildly, her eyes looking like they'll pop out of her skull at any given second. Her breathing is harshly unwracked, and tears of rage have caused a flood of clotted makeup to run down her face.
Calm down.
Calm down. She struggled against me, slowly giving in as my tight grip prevent her from attacking me further. She began to sob softly. I hate you. I hate everything about you. With a great pull, Tomoe frees herself from my grip. She stepped away, cursing, then ran past me. I blinked in disbelief as she broke into spirit, heading in the direction of the train station. I raised a hand to my tender face and touched it gently. The stinging sensation is completely new to me. Stinging. Never before have I been attacked like that.
What the hell was all that about?
What the hell was that all about? I can't believe she
hit
me. The pack of frozen vegetable pressed against my face tooth. My swollen jaw, but does very little bit to calm my nerve. I'm still on edge after what happened today. Tomoe actually physically attacked me, all because I said something, I'm not sure, that provoked her anger. Maybe that girl is more complicated than I gave her credit for. Seems like she has her own inner demon, just like the rest of us. I've replayed the event in my head 100 times since returning home. Without confronting Tomoe about it, I don't think I'll ever figure out what incited her aggression. I don't plan on talking to her about it anytime soon. I wouldn't say I'm scared of her, but I don't exactly want to encourage a repeat performance. I rest the bag of frozen vegetable on the small coffee table next to me. I think I've done all I can to reduce the painful swelling for now. Lying and leaning back, I let the soft padding of the couch consume my body as I sink deeper. My eyes glaze as I bring my phone to my face. My fingers lazily tap and scroll as I look through a carefully curated obituary news feed, a list of deaths that have been reported throughout the day. Using a set of handy filter, I narrow the feed down to include only women's deaths. In the age range of 30 to 50, I set the location to cover all of Japan. I immediately exclude any result that mention natural causes of death I'm looking for specific cases, suicides or, as is more often reported, accident. And of course, I'm looking to find out whether my latest victim has over herself yet. Will this search string return no result? Then it's pretty easy to look up recent murder. Between suicides, accident, and murders, I've covered all the potential ways ways my victim could die. 9 out of 10 of the search results include a photograph of the deceased, not a photo of their corpse. Mind you, this isn't the database of deceased I'm looking through. Rather, it's usually a nice, flattering picture of the recently departed, submitted by their kin to go along with their obituary. I use the photos submitted with obituaries to compare and match with the image of my victims. This is the only reliable way I have to discover whether or not my victims have perished. If I knew a victim's name, I could easily look up their current fate. My website doesn't ask for that information. Call it respect for a victim's privacy. But there's a lot more to it than that. But that's a topic to dwell on another day. Tonight's search turned up no solid leads. I'm disappointed, but this result isn't entirely unexpected. After all, I set the date on my latest victim photograph to tomorrow. There's still time for her to freak out and end it all. I decide to go sleep early tonight. I'm not even feeling hungry enough to eat the cheap convenience store meal that's been sitting in my fridge since yesterday. So if I go to sleep now, I feel like tomorrow arrives sooner tomorrow. I'll have to see Tomoe at work. There's no way I can avoid her since her desk is so close to mine. The idea doesn't sit well with me. On the other hand, my victim might conquer herself, which will definitely make me feel better. It could very well be my next success, and the suspense is just about enough to kill me. Tomorrow. Ting ting ting. Sejauh ini bagus sih gambarnya, ceritanya, BGM-nya. Iya, semuanya masih bagus. My typing is hesitant and distracted this morning. My fingers folder misstep and tap backspace repetitively. This is no good. I can't focus on work while I'm staring at the top of Tomoe's hat, popping up from behind a monitor a few desks away. Even my work playlist isn't inspiring me to pulverize the keyboard today. Normally, a blast of pure volume and a shot of caffeine is enough to carry me to the greatest height of productivity. I press finger to my pursed lips, trying hard to regain my focus. I absent-mindedly noticing that I missed the edge of my top lip when applying lipstick this morning. Damn, I'm really out of sort today. At least I managed to apply some extra blush to cover up the faint bruising on my face. I might have overdone it a little, but it's better than looking like I'm just stepped out of a boxing ring.
Good morning, Noriko.
Good morning,
Boy,
Noriko.
I got some neat news for you.
Apa tuh? I'm so absorbed in my own thought that I barely register Sinya standing in my front desk. Noriko,
Excuse me.
are you in there? My eyes fixate on Sinya's goofy smile. I quickly remove my headphone. Sinya, sorry. Hi.
You okay?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Oh,
Alright,
I
so
hear you.
I was up.
late. Boy, I must have been up past 10. Just could not put down this new crime thriller I've been reading.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Right.
Right.
I was
Up
up late
reading
They're
too.
horror novels, right? Don't they leave you feeling a little scared before you go to sleep?
No,
No, not really.
It's
It's
all
all
fiction,
fictional.
so it's pretty easy to distinguish from reality.
Is that so?
Wow,
Wow, that's
that's
not
not like my book
and
at
all
all.
the crimes in this story are all based on real cases.
My
My
jaw.
jaw hits the floor every time I turn the page.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Anyway,
Wait,
let me tell you this. Your friend Sato can take a data entry opening starting from Monday.
Oh, dari
She
Senin.
doesn't even need to interview. That's how much the boss trusts me.
I'm genuinely impressed with Sinya's ability to score our job. Say what you want about the guy, but the bigwigs obviously have faith in him.
Wow, Shinya.
Sinya, I don't know
I
what to
don't know
say.
what to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Don't thank me yet.
Sato is going to be worked to the bone.
I hope she's prepared for it.
Trust me, anything will be better than her current job. Really,
Really, thank you, Shinya. You came through for
I'm
us.
just happy to help. Hey,
Noriko, can I ask you something? Sure, shoot.
Oh, sorry.
I just remember
this
this
case
case
of a
enough.
novel I'm reading where a police officer shoots at a perp. Oh,
Hey,
You want to
to
ask me something?
are you friends with Watanabe?
Watanabe. I playing a couple of times. Oh my.
You're on a first name basis with her.
Then you must be great. I mean, I wouldn't say.
Would you mind putting in a good word for me with her?
I'm kind
of interested in taking her out sometime.
I'm stunned, gobsmacked, speechless. Shinya likes Tomoe. I thought he likes me. Is my intuition wrong? I wonder if the clues have been in front of me this whole time. What else haven't I... Shinya,
Shinya, look.
I don't think I can help you.
I see. That's a shame.
I thought maybe you were close.
I guess there's not much to be done, is there? Even after I helped you and Sato out and all.
Is he seriously trying to guilt me? I have to hand it to him. I didn't think he had it in him.
I suppose you can just tell Sato to start work on Monday morning. Guess I'll see you around the office then.
Shinya leave and I bury my face in my hand. As these were gone mad all of a sudden. Shinya likes Tomoe, not me. It's not that I'm disappointed. Hell, I don't have feeling for a guy. But for him to be interested in someone vapid like her just blew my mind. To add insult to a literal injury, Tomoe told me yesterday she has physicians. We all insight to her that Shinya doesn't know about. He could be in real danger if he pursue her. I'm completely unable to process what should I do. Shinya scored Aoi a job and I'm truly thankful. Do I feel like I owe him one? Should I ask Tomoe out for him? Or warn him about her? I need to clear my head and decide to step away from my desk and visit the restroom. Save dulu. Return. So, I've no need to use the bathroom. I enter a stall and lock the door behind me, sitting on the toilet's closet lid. Toilet's closet lid. I lean back and exhale. Close lid. I'm getting too caught up in office drama. That's what the issue. It's not like, kok di save kak? Risi. Kok nggak Livi kak? I'm supposed to be stoic, unflinching. It's my ideology, my entire identity. My emotions are better locked away than stitched on my sleeve. I'm corpse girl, for crying out loud. My purpose is bigger than all of this. I'm destined for greatness. The day will come when people fear my name, right? I shake the dub from my mind and pat my cheeks. I'm doing all of this. Kok lah? Bukan aku loh. Malah dia yang ini. I'm doing all of this for the right reason. I know I am. If I start doubting myself now, I'll never see my mission through. An unfamiliar jingle rings out through the restroom, echoing off the wall. It sounds like a phone alert. But where did it come from? It takes me a few seconds to realize I have my own phone in my hand and it's vibrating incessantly. I must have prepped in subconsciously from my desk when I stood up. The screen is lit up and the message reads, "One new article matched your custom filter." That body loo. Wait, what? The auto news feed I set up last night it actually located something. I hurriedly unlocked my screen and opened OK. Some app I was scrolling through last night looking for obituaries. A little unread mail icon sits at the top of the screen, blinking and practically shouting for my attention. I hit the icon and read the information presented to me. Article posted online today, level 1122. What does they? Miss Akane Surumaki of Chiba. Okay. Chief Coroner reported that Miss Surumaki was involved in an accident resulting in self-asphyxiation. Miss Surumaki is survived by her husband, Mr. Goro Surumaki, 42, and their daughter, Miss Fu Surumaki. A funeral service will be held on Friday, May 29. Image attachment. I hurriedly tapped the button and gasped as the image loaded. It's her photo. The photo. It's unmistakably the same woman. Plain feature, little makeup. Yeah. My breathing stopped all of a sudden. I'm gasping for air. My cheeks on fire, my finger numb. I did it. My meticulously crafted photo caused this woman to end her own life. An accident resulting in a self-asphyxiation, meaning she died by suicide, strangled herself, or held her head down in the bath. The news never report anything as a suicide. It's such a taboo topic in this culture. Everything is always an accident. All this time I've been trying to compel somebody to kill themselves. My court photos constantly becoming more and more elaborate, more and more convincing and realistic. And now somebody has died. Again, because of me. Because of Corpse Girl. I was right all along. I do possess power. I have the power to end life. Through my work. My art. I've known it all this time. And I finally proven it. Ruri Hatano's death planted the seed of belief in my mind. Belief that Corpse Girl is more than a mortal being. And now, Surumaki's demise has caused those seeds to bloom and blossom into pure certainty. Corpse Girl truly can end life. It's a wonderful revelation, and it relieved my turbulent mind. However, I can't get my finger to scroll back up to reread the obituary. My hands aren't functioning. My legs dangle lifelessly from the toilet seat. My coffee from this morning is working its way back up my throat. I feel the sting of tears in my eyes. Sweat trickles on my forehead, dripping down my uncharacteristically thick makeup. All of a sudden, I can't breathe. My lungs refuse to take in any more oxygen. I panic and fall forward, miraculously slamming my hand. I will always come over in the right time at the right place, Fede. Yoi, Bro Wipiu. Dari tadi sudah kutunggu kau, karena ini game-gamemu ini. I panic and fall forward, miraculously slamming my hand into the stall door to prevent my head from colliding with the floor. My nails scrape against the door, enamel paint peeling chunk of green from the surface as I slide down and down until my head rests uncomfortably on the damp tiles. Pada welcome to the stream ya, Bro Wipi ya? Gila, yandere mod nih. Udah the best yandere. My eyes roll back on my tongues. Rolls out the side of my mouth, dangerously close to the tile floor, but completely out of my sight and mind. I taste foundation and blush, a little bit of sweet, but nothing at all as the still air enveloped my taste buds. My photo killed that woman. If that woman killed herself because of my photo. Udah ketinggalan 2 jam tapi. Jadi nih aku kasih ringkasannya aja nih. Jadi tadi di awal itu kita main satu karakter yang Ternyata bukan tokoh utamanya. Kayaknya ini tokoh utamanya, si cewek ini. Jadi si cewek ini dia pembuat satu website berreview. Namanya namanya Corpse Factory, nama websitenya. Jadi si cewek ini bakal, dia adminnya kan. Jadi orang yang ke website itu kasih nama foto, umur, informasinya lah. Ya data pribadinya kayak nama, umur, foto, tempat tinggal gitu. Yang pengen mereka bikin bunuh gitu. Terus nanti si cewek ini bakal kirimin replika mayat mereka sama foto kayak bukan tebakan sih, prediksi kematiannya si korban. Padahal itu sebenarnya dia asal bikin, cuman dia pengen memanipulasi otak si korban supaya percaya gitu. Dan ini berhasil untuk kedua kalinya. Makanya dia bilang nih, my photo killed that woman. Jadi dia ngebunuh tanpa melakukan pembunuhannya secara langsung gitu, tanpa mengotori tangannya. Paham? Basically the death notes on the website. Kalau death note kan langsung nongol kan. Kalau dikasih corpse, dikirimin ke depan rumahmu, terus kau panik dong. Tiba-tiba dikirimin SMS. Nggak ada nama, angkanya 6633 666 666 222 666 444. Ingatku tadi gitu. My photo killed that woman. That woman killed herself because of my photo. Tuh, ya kan? The woman killed herself. The woman killed that photo of herself because of that photo of the woman who killed herself in the photo. My eyes begin to regain their focus and my stomach turns heave and shakes. And warm coffee spill off my lips as I try to smile but only manage to gurgle. The gritty pain underneath my fingernail has a rough texture that I don't like very much. Biar kondisi pas matinya sama kayak yang betul, tanpa harus dia lakukan. I feel queasy and ecstatic at the same time. It's horribly wonderful feeling that I could do without. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her, reading on the bathroom floor, her lungs working once more, and her breath ragged and gasping, sucking in the air like a mosquito sucking blood. This is Noriko with her grandiose fantasies of death and killing people without having to kill them at all, without having to leave her apartment because the outside world is scary and there are people out there probably trying to kill her. When is Noriko me, the real me, acting tough and fearless when I'm crying on the inside, always sad, always miserable, always lying on the bathroom floor with my fists clenched and my phone resting in my puddle and my life slowly spiraling out of control. This is me. I did this. I killed that woman. She had a husband and a daughter, and some random person requested that I kill her, so I did. He probably didn't do anything wrong. She looked boring. He must have disrupted somebody the wrong way. Maybe she didn't even know what she did. Just like how I rapped Tomoe the wrong way. I don't know what I did, but Tomoe slapped me twice, hard, and it still hurt. And it hurts. And it must have hurt that woman too, when he strangled herself and killed herself. I kill her. I directly kill her with my indirect action. She's dead now, and I'm alive. I'm still here, lying on the bathroom floor on the 14th story of Shinjuku's Temujin office building, and I have pain underneath my fingernail. And Aoi is going to start work here on Monday, but I did it. I killed her. Finally, after countless months of pretense, of false start, of failure and disappointment, I killed somebody again. Corpse Girl strike for a second time. Nah, ini yang kedua kali yang tadi aku bilang. And above all else, above this grin and muck on the floor, the tingling feeling underneath my fingernail, above all of that, this feels good. This feels so good. Blood has returned to my legs. The pins and needles have faded, and my toes quiver beneath my stocking and shoes. And an electrical charge pulls down my thighs and dissipates through my feet. I manage to plant 2 hands firmly on the tiles and push myself up onto my wobbly knees. I suck in air and breathe all of it back out almost at once. I feel dizzy and bizarre, and a bizarre warmth is welling up inside my stomach and chest. Waduh. Kok kayak sas gini sini? I managed to steady myself enough to sit back on the top of the toilet seat. With my feet planted firmly on the ground and my hand resting on my lap, I tried to regain my sense of self. I might have lost my composure a little bit upon reading for news. But who could blame me? Everything I've worked for over the last year is finally starting to pay off. My second victim is dead. With this, Corpse Girl popularity is sure to rise. More and more people will issue requests through my website. More and more people will receive corpse photos, and more people will. She killed herself. Oh, how I wish I could see the real body. If only I could see her mangled corpse, drenched in sweat and finally at peace. I notice my phone is wedged between my wet finger. What? Finger? Really? I try to ignore the stinky texture clinging to the screen. My finger no longer numb. I scroll up and reread the obituary article. Miss Akan Surumaki, 36, of Shiba Prefecture, was pronounced that this morning. Chiba. That pronounced that. My breathing staggers once again. My jaw gently lowers. Involved in an accident, hot steam clouded my face, resulting in asphyxiation. I salivate unconsciously, a trickle of moisture creeping down my chin and dropping on my lap. My cheeks are flushed, my vision slightly blurred. She killed herself because of me. Ini kakek gurui versi ngebunuh ya. She killed. I let out of a gasp as my hips rise against my will. My toes curl, my legs stiffen, my skin tingles. I lean back against the cistern, the cold porcelain penetrating the thin fabric of my clothes and chilling my burning hot skin. My eyelids flutter as my mind hazes over. I can't control my body any longer. All the anticipation of the last few days, the tension building in my muscle. I can't. My legs tense up, my knees buckle, my neck tilts back. A whisper gasp slips softly between my lips. My phone falls to the ground once more as my fingers slowly uncurl. The dull, think sound as it hits the floor is the last thing I foggy mind register before I drift away. Oh.
You look like horseshit.
You look like horseshit. Oh, my brazen drawl snapped me out of my dead eye
You've been
stare.
sleeping in the sewer.
It suits you. I don't know what she's talking about, but I can't really focus what she's saying. I realized I've been staring at my computer screen for about 20 years. 20 years? What the fuck? I mean 20 minutes. Rarely blinking. 20 years. My mouth is dry, as though I've stopped producing saliva altogether. A dull throb in my lap caused me to cross one leg over the other in an attempt to get comfortable.
You know, I'm talking here. It's rude to ignore your superior.
It's rude. I swallow in an attempt to moisten my parched throat before speaking in a cracked voice.
Do you need something?
Do you need
Thought
something?
you should know that Shinya and I are gonna hit the town on Friday night.
Turns out
he's
she
fancied
fancied me for a while
In
now.
the end, seems like the better gal won, don't you think?
Don't you think?
Seems that way.
Is that all? I can tell Tomo is trying to get under my skin, but I'm honestly not in the mood to deal with it right now.
I thought you'd be more torn up about it.
I don't care in the slightest.
Why
Why don't
don't
you
you
go sit back at your desk?
Gila, onesan banget gak sih suara Noriko?
Whatever. Hey, maybe I'll meet you after work again.
Why?
Why?
So you can attack me again?
I realized my voice was louder than intended. A few people nearby tilt their hats quizzically. Tomoe takes a cautious step
Your
back.
voice sounds psycho. Stuff like that's between me and you.
You assaulted me.
I should
I should
report
report you
it
to
to
the-
Don't
Paul.
you dare.
Lost for words. Tomoe turned tail and walks away. I sighed and leaned back in my office. Why do I feel so exhausted? My mind flickers, piercing together fragment of memory from the bathroom a short while ago. That's right, I let myself get carried away in the exhilaration of my success. I temporarily step away from my own body and let my basis instinct take over. But I'm in control. I'm myself again. I'm Noriko, stoic and unflinching. I'm corpse girl, successful and feared. I can kill people as easily as I can manipulate a photo. People like Tomoe should be scared of me. People like Tomoe shouldn't mess with me. I'm in control now. Climbing the step to my apartment is always such a chore. I wish I would move into a building with an elevator, but I simply couldn't afford to when I first moved out on my own last year. This old apartment building creaks and groans when you ascend the stair. On the top of that, you can hear the bustling of other people within their tiny homes as you progress up each floor. There's always a slight whiff of mold or mildew whenever I ascend the stair. I want to chalk it up to the fact the building is so old. But it is possible some of the residents here don't keep their apartment very clean. At the very least, this neighborhood is decent. I feel safe in my home, even if it is small and cramped. And my neighbors are respectful. From what I can tell, not that I really know them all at all. In fact, the only neighbor I have regular contact with are the very same one I leech from, some middle-aged, divorced guy named Kenji who live in the floor below me, and his daughter Momo. Kenji's a decent enough guy. He works overnight, which unfortunately means Momo is left home alone a lot in the evening. Momo is a sweet girl, perhaps 6 or 7 years old. Oh, lowly. Occasionally, I hear her singing drift up into my apartment, but it doesn't bother me too much. She's just a kid. It's the very same Kanji and Momo that I bump into when I'm climbing the stair this evening.
Oh, good evening.
Oh, good evening. Lowly, let's go. Let's go. Safe.
Hello.
Hello.
We're just on our way to get some dinner.
Is that right?
Isn't that
Mo?
right?
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds nice.
I
hope
hope you get good meal.
Thank you.
Hey,
Are you feeling okay?
you look like you've been in some trouble.
There's dirt or something all over that side of your face.
I tilt my hat and reach a hand to my cheek. Sure enough, dry muck has blended into my makeup and cake over my face. It seemed like my eyeliner has smeared as well. Is this form when I fell in the bathroom? Damn it. Have I looked like this all day?
Oh, right.
Oh, right. I tried to make up some lies so Kenji doesn't worry about me.
I actually fell asleep on the train home and
I guess the seats were kind of dirty.
Is that so?
Is that so?
you should wash your face and do your makeup again.
I can help.
Help if you like.
Oh, lolly son. I can't help but smile slightly at Momo generous over.
Thank you, Momo. I'll be sure to wash up and make myself look nice again. You should go have dinner with your dad.
The girl nods resolutely.
Well, I hope you're okay at any rate. Have you been working hard at the bank?
Oh,
Actually,
I just work at the head office for the bank.
Oh,
Oh, that's
that's
right.
right. Sorry. data something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
data
that entry. It's a bit,
dull,
but I'm happy now.
That's good. That's
Very
very
good.
I know it's hard for kids like you to get good work in this economy.
When you find a job
When you
like,
find a job like that, you really have to hold on to it. When I was your age, I could only find cleaning work. I must have had a dozen different janitorial jobs before I met Momo's mother.
I've been a couple of times. It's not like I talk to this guy often. Really, we hardly know each other. Still, I've never heard him actually mention Momo's mother before. Most of the thing I know about him, I've just pieced together from context. Mom?
Of course,
Things are
different
different.
now. I have Momo, and her mother isn't around anymore. Cleaning work doesn't cut it these days. I was really lucky to get into security.
Means
It
I
means
can.
I can work overnight while Momo sleeps, and I can still take her to school every day.
Security, of course. Now I remember. He did mention that we first met what she does for a living. If memory serves, he works for a private security company. I assume he guard corporate's office or parking lots, something like
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Hold on to a job if you like it.
that. That's very
that's-
important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm happy at Temujin, so I plan to stay there.
Okay.
Very good. Oh, Momo was telling me earlier what she wants to do when she grows up. Weren't you, Momo?
Dad?
Dad?
Come on now. Tell Nariko what you want to be.
A scientist.
A scientist.
Wow, a scientist. That's a great job. I'll be rooting for you, Momo.
The girl blushed and hid behind her dad.
She's inherited her mother's book smarts, I'm certain. She definitely didn't get her brain from me. Anyway, we're gonna get going.
Enjoy
Enjoy
your
your evening, Nariko.
Thank you. You
Thank you.
too.
Bye,
Bye-bye,
Momo.
Momo.
Bye-bye, Momo.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my god, lolly. The two of them bow their head and follow the rest of the stair down. Continue up the flight of stairs, reach the landing, then turn the corner to enter my own apartment. The place is dark because I always make sure to cut the lights before I leave. I can't afford to leave any electricity running. My rent chews through most of my salary as it is. I flick on the light and feel relief as the living room illuminates. My faithful couch and TV emerge from the shadow and I immediately feel at home. After throwing my keys and bag onto the coffee table, I slump down on the couch. What a day. I have an overwhelming urge to pull out my laptop and check my website for a new request, but my bodies need come first. I'm desperate for a hot shower. I'll need to cleanse my face, scrape the paint out from underneath my nail, and I'll definitely have to slip into a fresh set of underwear. Whatever happened in the bathroom today? Look, it's all on my body and my clothes. Well, the night is young. I can relax later. For now, it's time to start scrubbing. Ya, teori kecewa, nggak ada scene mandinya. Convenience store is a little more crowded than usual. Crowded. The mundane chatter of business people, student, and worker buzzes in the air like a swarm of relentless flies. Throughout the drone of mingled conversation, I happen to catch a few interesting words here and there.
Have you seen that one website?
Have you seen that?
What do you mean by request a death?
My lips curl into a half smile and half snore.
Since he always cheats,
I
I
thought
thought I might upload his photo.
And you think Corpse
Corpse
Girl
Girl really exists? To hear so many people talking is enough to make my nerve tingle. However, I know they're not talking about it because Akan is Urumaki's staff. As far as I can tell, her death wasn't reported to the news as a suspicious case. The only source of information I could locate was her obituary, and that didn't mention anything about foul play, so there's no way anyone could know that Corpse Girl was involved. People are talking about the website in the very same way they always have. Like, it's just an interesting topic of conversation, an icebreaker, one of those things you tell your friends to entertain them. and therein is my issue with the website as a topic of conversation. It's just an urban legend, a point of discussion that inevitably fizzles out and is forgotten. People talk about it. People visit the website out of curiosity, but very few people take action and request a dev. That's the part that annoys me. If people don't actively participate, how can I prove myself to the world? How can Corpse Girl claim her victims if there are no victims to be claimed? As long as the website is simply a talking point, a myth, an icebreaker, then Corpse Girl ambition will remain unfulfilled. To be fair, I haven't yet provided compelling reason for people to take their website seriously. Dev toll is humiliatingly low. I need to ramp it up and step up my game for Corpse Girl's sake. Until I manage to do that, people will continue to simply discuss the website in hushed tones, like it's some taboo fantasy that shouldn't be spoken of. But with some more time and some more victims, soon, everyone will know to fear Corpse Girl. Thanks to the constant drone in the convenience store, I barely register the quiet melody of a ringtone. Eventually, my ears become keen enough to pick it out, and I answer my phone. Hey.
Good morning, Noriko.
Good morning, Noriko. Is this about the time?
Oh, I'm at the convenience store.
I'm at the convenience store.
I wanted to catch you before work.
No worries.
I actually meant to call you yesterday, but the day got away from me.
Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to ask if you spoke to Cewe.
If you spoke to Shinya yet? I sure
If did, guess what?
What? You start work on Monday.
You'll be
doing
doing that entry
with
right
me.
now.
We might even get to sit near each other. Oh my gosh.
Really? Are you telling the truth?
Of course.
Of course.
When have I ever lied to you? Oh, Noriko.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Does this mean I can quit the maid cafe now?
Yes.
Yep. Quit today if you can. Oh my gosh.
Gosh, thank you. Are you crying? I'm just so happy. Making Aoi so overwhelmingly happy feels really good. I care so much for this girl. Her happiness is vital for me.
I owe you so much. And Shinya too.
I know. I'll be...
buy him a gift to give him on my first day. Do you think he'll like that? Yeah, I'm sure he will.
That's a great idea.
Aoi. What does he like?
What does he like? I managed to spill the answer to that without having to think twice.
Novels.
Crime novels.
Really? Oh, his dad is a detective, right?
Yep.
Okay, I
Can get something like that. Right now, I'm going to march into the cafe and quit.
You tell him.
Good luck, kid.
Good luck, kid. Okay. Bye, Noriko.
Bye, Noriko. The calls and then I smile. I always sounded so happy. I'm really glad that I could help her out. You deserve to be happy. I barely have time to select a can of coffee from the line of refrigerated shelf before my phone rings again.
Huh?
Aoi?
Sorry to call again, Noriko.
Something was bugging me.
Did I, this is going to sound stupid. Did I thank you for getting me the job? Oh.
Yeah, you did. A few times, I think.
Phew. I just wanted to check. It was bothering
I didn't
me.
want to come ungrateful, so.
You know what? Just to make sure.
Thank you, Noriko.
I'm going now, really.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Aoi. It was strange, but maybe not so strange for Aoi. I guess she really wants to be polite. I shrugged it off and returned to selecting my coffee. The office atmosphere is unusually somber when I exit the elevator. There are fewer people around than normal. Some executives I rarely see on this level are hovering around in one of the glass screen big cubicles to one side of the floor. I spy Shinya standing at his desk, talking quietly on the phone. He's nodding and bowing a lot, despite the fact that whoever is on the other end of the call can't see him. I want to ask somebody what's going on, but nobody seems to noticing me arriving. I shuffle my way to my desk and sit. I spent some time looking over a spreadsheet of today's tasks. After going through it thoroughly, Shinya arrived in front of my desk, seemingly out of breath.
Moiko, has anyone filled you in yet?
No, what's going on? Why is half? Well, you see,
Somebody within the company?
died yesterday. Oh,
Somebody we know?
somebody we know. Shinya shake his head slowly, his expression gravely serious.
Nobody you would have interacted with. She was an exec up on the 21st floor.
But,
Apparently, she never showed up yesterday, but
her coworker just assumed she was taking a personal day.
People started getting the news in the afternoon. She was involved in some sort of accident, and now
Is dead? His narrow pupils seemingly accusing me of being tactless. Yes, dead.
So,
I mean,
I get it's a tragedy and all, but how does this explain where everyone is today?
you should have received an email sent out by HR this morning.
HR.
Basically, everyone is being offered professional grief counseling.
Seriously?
I think
Yes.
some people are taking up the offer, but I suspect some other employees are using the opportunity to skip out on work.
Oh,
Regardless,
what
what happened
happened?
to Miss Tsurumaki was a tragedy.
So unexpected. I blinked a few times, getting ready to turn back to my computer. Miss Tsurumaki.
Wait,
Wait,
what was her name?
Huh?
Huh?
Ms.
Tsurumaki. It should be in the
She
email.
had a young daughter and everything.
It's really sad. Akane Tsurumaki. Oh. Ini orang kantor. Self-asphyxiation and accident. She work here? I can scarcely believe it. It's true that this is massive company with thousands of employees Japan-wide, but still. For her to work in the very same building as me is too coincidental. It doesn't feel right. Would I have gone through with killing her if I knew she worked in my building? This scenario creates more question than answer. The person who requests her death, do they also work here? Kemungkinan besar ya. I will have to be somebody who knows her well enough to want her dead. Odds are high that they work here as well.
You okay?
You okay? I realize I've been spacing out and turned back to Shinya.
Yeah, sorry.
Just thinking is all.
Grief affects us all in different ways.
I think.
The details for the counseling sessions are in the email.
Be sure to take up the company's
offer if
offer.
you think it'll help.
Okay,
As for me,
I think I'll be okay. Some quiet reflection on the matter should help clear my head. Sure.
Plus, I have a date with Tomoe to look forward to. It's important to look ahead in times like these, isn't it?
I think I read that somewhere.
Ugh,
Yeah, that's what
Very well
say.
then. Do your best today, okay?
Okay, right. Shinya takes his leave, and I let my shoulders slump. I killed someone from my office building, but I didn't know that at the time. Could my involvement be traced? No, I was careful to cover my tracks. I deleted the photo from my computer, discarded the burner phone SIM card, and trashed the phone itself. There's no way anyone will find out I was involved. Besides, I don't even know if authorities are treating the case as a murder. As far as general information goes, it will seem like it truly is being treated as an accident. I'm in the clear, I know I am. However, I sure would like to uncover the identity of the person who requests Tsurumaki death. And then, the thought could be someone I work with makes me way too curious. Ting ting ting. Lah, kamarnya beda gak sih? Apa beda angle aja? Despite work being eventful this morning, the rest of the day passed quietly. Even Tomoe kept her distance from me. I wonder if I scared her off when I casually mentioned reporting her to the police. Or that I actually will report her. That would lead to the police getting mixed up in my life. And I can't really have that, considering my moonlighting occupation. Especially now that I know I have a connection to Tsurumaki. I brushed my hair in front of the mirror in my bedroom. I removed my makeup and revealed the ever so faint bruise on my cheek, the fading token of my fight with Tomoe. Since the night is rather cold, I decide to snuggle up under the cover in bed with my laptop. I crawl into bed and pull the plush blanket up over myself. Warm and softness is immediately comforting, and I have to fight the urge not to fall asleep here and now. To keep myself awake, I check the requests on my website. I'm pleasantly surprised to find there are 2 new requests. 2 in one day. My hearts begin to race. I quickly open the message. First message reads, request detail, today 11:14. Okay. Image not attached. No image attachment. What? I thought I configured the website to reject requests unless an image is attached. Iya agak aneh. Gak ada ini ya. Gak ada image attached. This is really irritating. I got my hopes up for nothing. It takes me a second to remember that there's another request waiting. Okay. Downloading image attachment. Yes. The image is loading before my eyes. The new victim is male. He is fit and athletic looking. His clothing is casual, so it's impossible to infer what kind of work he does. The photo of him is pretty simple. I don't know if he used it for his noise profile atau ID. I'm not so naive to pretend I can't guess at the reason this guy is wanted dead. Perhaps an ex. Or a jealous sibling want him out of the picture. People motivation are purely selfish. Requesting the death of somebody is guaranteed to be motivated by self-interest. So why did somebody want Surumaki dead? He was so plain looking, so uninteresting. Pada kemana bang? Pada menghilang. She didn't look like she was capable of even thinking about wronging somebody. Did somebody want revenge on her? Or did someone simply find her so dull that the thought of removing her from the planet seemed appealing? I interrupt my own thought and return to the task at hand. Dwelling on a past victim won't do me any good if I want to continue my streak of success. This new guy is attractive. It's almost a shame to have chopped him up. Well, we all get what's coming to us. No sense in trying to avoid scaring a pretty face. Beauty is superficial, anyway. I know that as well as anyone. No one deserves to be spared just because they are good looking. Oh. Beautiful people should suffer as much as anyone else. Beautiful people do suffer as much as anyone else. Yep. Like Aoi, for example, she's gorgeous, absolutely stunning, and definitely my type. But she suffered endlessly at the hand of cruel stalker and poltron. Everyone suffer, beautiful or not. We all cop the crap we are dealt. So, why fuss over a beautiful corpse? This guy, or Aoi, or even Tomoe on a good day. Beautiful people die the same way as the average person. So why fuss over a beautiful corpse? This guy, or Aoi, or even Tomoe on a good day. Beautiful people die the same way as the average person. Lah, tadi perasaan udah aku itu next. The guy on my computer screen probably doesn't really deserve to die. I'm sure there is more petty reason his death has been requested. But I take all requests seriously. I won't turn a single one down. Corpse Girl conviction will pave the way to her fame. With a smirk and a lick of my lips, I get to work. I've got a nice clear photo here, so I can go all out on the request. I hit up the DD, the database of the deceased, and spend some time selecting a suitable base image. I hesitate when choosing an image of a corpse with a knife in its throat, or a body soaking in a bloody bathtub with its wrist split. Either image will do just fine, but I really want something special for this latest victim. After all, I have to top my last success, right? Another 5 or 10 minutes pass until I gasp at coming across the perfect photo. Thanks to my clever use of tags, and filter on the DD, this image matched my victim description perfectly. 20 to 30 years old, athletic build, male. Corpse legs are severed below the knees. Bloody stump leaked their fetal fluid from on high. The body is hanging from a set of power lines on some suburban street. It's perfect, beautiful even. It will help me create a beautiful death for a beautiful person. I kind of have to question the story behind this photo. I wonder if the police ever investigate and discover what happened to the sucker. Well, regardless, this will serve my purpose. I download the highest resolution copy available and save it to my hard drive. My finger trace along the computer's trackpad and practice movement, clicking, tapping, dragging at random interval. The night carries on. Friday morning. My walk through the train station this morning is confident, cocky, self-assured. When I board the train, I even managed to take a seat for the first time in a while. I withdraw a worn book from a handbag and flip open the cover. There's a name scrawled in a blue ballpoint pen on the first page, but it has become faded and illegible over time. I don't quite remember where I picked up this book. Maybe I discovered it at a second-hand bookshop. Who knows? I own so many obscure tomes that I can't be expecting to recall purchasing every single one. Its age cover and weather spine both bear the same title. In Post Photography, a comprehensive history of photo manipulation. The book is written in English, and it's a slog to work through with my limited knowledge of that language. But I like to skim through it primarily for the photograph contained within. The example of early image doctoring from the centuries ago fascinates me. The book even featured technique and studies as recent as 1993, when it was first published. It's true that a lot of the technique discussed within are no longer relevant in today's digital age. However, there's a harder section dedicated to the art of manipulating corpse photos, something that I am indeed very interested in. The most intriguing aspect of this section content is that the future artists performing the opposite kind of work what I do. Instead of manipulating images of the living to make them appear dead, the artist in the book added images of the dead in order to make them look alive once more. In bygone eras, when photographs of people were taken few and far between, a sect of artists dedicated themselves to honoring the memories of the deceased. They did this by making the photos taken upon death look beautiful and full of life. These photos were gifted to family member and loved one. The tradition makes sense. Imagine if you lost someone dear to you and you had no photograph of them. Wouldn't it be wonderful to receive one last memento, a beautiful image of the way you remember them, instead of using makeup to beautify a corpse? This artist applied paintbrush and pen directly to a photograph to seemingly bring the deceased back to life. The impressive aspect of this process is the way they illustrate the corpse's eyes to look full of life. Even though it's a far cry from the work I do, I can't help but feel some sort of kinship with the artist discussed in this book. Surely we are cut from the same cloth. Browsing through the images in this book inspired me to work hard at my own photo editing. Many of pictures are in black and white, but to me, that only drive home how impressive this old technique were. I finished flipping through a chapter and closed the book. I hold a tattered tome close to my chest and breathe a sigh of satisfaction.
The next station is Shinjuku. The doors on the right side will open. Please change here for the Chuo line, the Shonan Shinjuku line, the Saikyo line.
I quickly stuff the book into my handbag and get ready to disembark the train. When I'm certain nobody's looking, I carefully open the lid of the largest dumpster in front of me. The stench of rotten food, and who knows what else assault my sense. And I reflexively gag and splutter. The staff of the convenience store really need to seal their trash in plastic bag before tossing it in here.
This is disgusting.
I have to stop doing this. The raised open lid locks into place at the 45-degree angle, allowing my now free hand to retrieve a small black object from my hand. It's a flip phone, cheap plastic. Oh. I open it up and tap on the retro tactile keys, confirming that I've completely deleted all sent messages and photos. Okay. And I then snap the phone in half along the hinge, separating the screen from the keypad. The screen crunch into pieces into gratifying kitsch underneath my shoes. I retrieve smashed part from the asphalt, carefully not to prick my finger on the sharp glass. With hardly a glance, I unceremoniously launch the broken part of the phone into the dumpster. I clap my hands together to dust them off, then shut the dumpster lid and hurry away. I sidle between the bricks wall of the convenience store and a narrow metal railing intended to keep people like me away from the dumpster. Now, in front of the convenience store, I finally feel I can breathe deeply without fear of inhaling the toxic content of the dumpster. I let my lungs take their fill before nonchalantly crossing the street. That takes care of my latest burner phone. Before leaving the office building, I crack the SIM card in half and dispose of it in the combustible trash. Now, with the phone itself destroyed and discarded at a different location, my mind is at ease. It has been slightly less than 24 hours since I messaged my latest victim, that athletic guy that I may have briefly fantasized about during my restless slumber. My general rule of thumb is to keep a burner phone for exactly 24 hours after sending a photo. However, I made an exception. I wanted to discard the phone early, clear my anxiety, and get a full night's rest tonight. Besides, it's not like anyone ever replies to the message I send. I love it if they did, but it is what it is. So, really, there's no point holding on to the evidence of my wrongdoing for longer than necessary. If memory serves, I'll write tomorrow's date on the latest victim timestamp. The victim may decide to kill him today, of course. He could end up just like Akane Surumaki. But if anything's like her, he will hold out until just a few hours before designated time. He'll let panic and fear boil and build inside him until he just can't take it anymore. Or someone else will come along and end it all for him. I can't be sure. I still don't know what happened to Ruri Hatano. Did she kill herself, or did someone else snuff out of her life? Either way, I'll start researching obituaries tomorrow. I'm confident that this will be another successful request. If it is, I'll truly be on a winning streak. With butterflies in my stomach, I cross the road. Oke. Kayaknya kita bakal save sampai sini deh. So, ya. Kita bakal end stream sampai sini aja. Kita bakal sebut nama. Ya. Siapa aja tadi? Ada Sen Papi, ada Kenu, ada Akses P, ada si siapa lagi tadi? Browi Piu, ada Kucing Biru Bau, ada Takoya, ada Ada si ini Tobacco. Ada Ahmad. Terus nggak tahu ada siapa lagi. Chatnya hilang cuy, tiba-tiba reset. So ya, thank you juga yang udah mampir dan menemani live stream kali ini. Dan mungkin aku bakal lanjut nobar aja sih, karena lebih nyantai. Dan ini besok bakal libur stream pokoknya. Nanti bakal libur stream. So ya, nanti aku bakal post di community sih, sama taruh di Discord server di general palingan. So ya, thank you juga buat yang tadi donation ya. Sabar, aku lupa tadi namanya. Someone sama siapa tadi? Someone sama Bani. Thank you ya buat donation ya. And ya, kita bakal udah save belum? Title. So ya, thank you for watching and see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.